Okay, let's go smoke that joint.
What is up, everybody? We got a best ball draft going. Yes, sir. All right. We are about 6 rounds deep right now. Hey, shout out to strangers. Shout out to the Houday Nation. Jamie in the house. What up, bro? Toyota One in the house. What up? What up? And the UFC, we're in the prelims right now, but the pay-per-view starts in like 40 minutes. All right. So we got double duty. We got pay-per-view action. And we got the draft, of course. All right. Let's get it, baby. Hey, shout out to Tony. Said, good evening, fantasy fam. What up, bro? Who's all going to be watching the pay-per-view tonight? If anybody needs a way to watch it, let me know. I'll get you guys hooked up. All right. Looks like me and Zach have very similar builds, at least through 6 rounds, 3 running backs and 3 quarterbacks each. Hey, you the man, Tony. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm going to get you marked down for those entries as well. Don't forget, every super chat that you leave, you get 1 raffle ticket for every $1. So that's 2 raffle tickets for our man Tony right there. Appreciate you guys. Show some love. Been a busy day. We're pulling double duty. Here we go. Man, I don't know if you guys are watching the prelim. Dude just got knocked the fuck out. Man, a lot of QBs off the board now. Oh, look at that. Rodgers going at the 6'9". In this one, he fell to the 9th round in the previous draft. Yeah, just the more time that goes on, I'm assuming the higher and higher that he goes. There we go. Nick Von B. What up, bro? He said he got the DX swag on. You already know. Hold on. Where is it? And hey, we got our homie Jamie in the house. Shout out to Big Game James. What up, bro?
What is up, everyone?
Yeah. All right.
Came at the good time. DX.
Perfect timing, bro. I'm about to smoke. We're today's the first day. Well, today's not the first day that we have 2 drafts in a single day, but today is the first day that we have a morning draft, first ever morning draft in this tournament. Throughout the whole 5 years that we've been doing it.
Hell yeah, dude. I was at work when you guys were doing that, so I really couldn't watch much.
Yeah, understandable. Okay, there we go. He said, mark your calendar, 8/30/25. Okay, so that is you guys got your draft date set, huh? Yeah, for anybody who does the one-on-one like draft advice with me, you definitely want to let me know your draft date so you get those locked in, because it is like first come, first serve. If someone like tells me, 8:30 or 8:30 and at 6:30, like that's the only time slot that I'm doing. Like, I mean, I might have a draft at that time, but I'm not gonna like double book to where I'm like having to, give draft advice to multiple people at the exact same time. Most of the drafts, though, that people do, I feel, are single QB, 7-8 offensive spots, and then, maybe a defense and a kicker, and then like a couple bench spots. So no matter what, those have, no matter what, they just, they go fast. They go fast either way. But yeah, thanks for letting me know, Jarrett. I'm gonna lock that in for you, brother. And what is 8:30? What day?
What?
The August 30th.
The date, August. I'll check that for you.
Oh, actually, never mind. I already got it here. It's Saturday. Okay. And it's at 6:30 Central, so that's 4:30 my time. There we go. You're the second draft on my calendar, Jarrett. Second draft on my calendar so far. Yeah, there we go. Yep, single QB, PPR, August 30th. There we go. Lock them in.
So I don't know if you saw, but I did join this draft just so I can see the draft board closer up.
Okay. Yeah, and always feel free to do that because it was funny. There was someone else who jumped in. I was like, "Hey, Ziggy, join tomorrow's draft. This one filled." And he was like, "I'm a pervert. I just like to watch. Is that okay?" Because I mean, we're doing like I don't really care if people join other leagues to like look at the draft boards and stuff. Like, I mean, you're only going to win money if you like drafted a team. It's so if like someone joins a bunch of drafts just to look, it's not like they're going to like randomly win or something. But yeah, I want people to be as much immersed in this whole tournament as possible, man, because there's a lot of money at stake. People should want to do a little bit of research. Yeah. We get to 200 divisions, which we are on our way to that. The payout just for first place alone is going to be $7,200, $2,400 for second place, $1,200 for third place, $1,000 for fourth place.
Damn.
So like that's just the top four. Like there's a lot more people besides that getting paid, but that's 4 teams that are going to be clocking over $1,000 off of their $11 entry. Big time.
What do you think
and Jared said introduce this guy. Man, this is the homie Jamie. He goes by Big Game James. He's
Jared?
You'll be seeing him a lot around this year. He's been on in the past, but he'll be on more throughout this season for sure.
Yeah, I do a lot of content over at Going for Two, Fantasy Six Pack, RPO, Football Show. I love coming on with Alex, man. It's my favorite shows I do.
Yeah, Jamie's the man. All right, I don't know how I feel about this. What do you feel about this, Jamie? My top 2 wide receivers, because I waited until the 7th round, are Mike Evans and Chris Godwin, but I do have Baker in there as well.
Hey,
obviously, I'm getting more wide receivers than them, but I just felt like those were the best 2 on the board when I was on the clock at those spots.
I mean, you locked up 3 awesome quarterbacks. Love that.
Right. Stranger said there's some great ROI numbers for sure. And it's not like easy to do this. It's not easy for any team to like go through this whole tournament. But the cool thing about it is you don't have to do shit. Once you draft, the season's just going to play itself out. You don't have to do anything except watch.
So yeah, I don't hate what you did with there. There might have been like 1 or 2, maybe 3 people I'd take over Godwin, but I understand why you did it.
I also just didn't think he would come back. I know there's a chance that he could. I guess I'm just not sure with these 4 people who were after me in this spot. Dude, I hope this UFC fight is super lit tonight. The dude O'Malley, he lost his championship, right?
Yeah, so he's fighting tonight. I haven't watched UFC in a minute.
It's got to be hungry. I mean, I watch the pay-per-views. That's about it. I mean, well, I wouldn't even say all the pay-per-views. I try to stay in touch with it though. There we go. Jared said, cool, good deal. Good to meet you. Yeah, and Jared's the man. Jared's like one of if we talk about like literal day ones, like he's one of the literal like day ones. Like maybe found me like week 3 of the regular season when I started this, So he's one of the super OGs of the channel.
Hell yeah. Well, it's nice to meet you, man. I actually won 2nd place in this tournament 2 years ago in 2023, right?
Yep, 2 years ago.
Yep.
Didn't even know. Came in the chat and like, dude, Jamie, you won $1,000. Where have you been?
Yeah. It's funny. I only had 5 teams, so $50 won me $1,000. I'm like, fuck yeah.
And you didn't even know, right?
I even won a CK2K jersey like right around that time too. So it's like you just kept giving me shit.
Huge ass. What up, bro? He said Evans. Wow, what about him? I love Evans for best ball. I'm surprised they don't have more of them because he's like the ultimate best ball threat because like he's either going to kill it or he's going to suck. And you don't have to choose when to put him into your lineup. That's why people hate Mike Evans for like regular leagues because like you got to pick and choose when to start him. And it sucks if you start him when he throws up a fucking 2 or a 3 in your lineup, and then it sucks if you sit him and he throws up like 20. That's not cool. And Toyota one said, I like Jamie as your co-host. Let's fucking go. Yeah. And I mean, I know he's not going to be here on every show or anything, but every single show. But yeah, we're going to get Jamie on the show more. Like, I mean, you already know there's a lot of clowns out here and there's a lot of fake people. And Jamie's always been someone who's kept it real with everything. So, yeah.
Appreciate that, man. I just sent you a screenshot of the two people that I like that you should probably start looking at.
Oh, well, I'm probably going to draft one of them right now.
Even
even before I look, I mean, just because. Let's see. I got two. I got yeah. You know, fuck it. We're going Shakira right here.
Ooh, I like that too. All right, and then I think you'll probably
Shakira.
I can see one of the other guys falling back to you.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, for sure. Those were the those were the two others. And I feel like I want Shakira more than both of them, but it is because I think, I mean, one of those guys will fall.
Yeah.
Because I've gotten both of those guys in round 10 like multiple times before. Yeah, like, man, I mean, the thing with Shakira is like, you just think about it. If he ends up being the number one for Josh Allen again, and we're getting him in the 9th, 10th round, like that is just money in the bank.
That's like PPR gold, man.
Yeah. And like, especially now with all, you hear the James Cook bullshit that's going on.
Oh, that's been going on for a couple of weeks now, right?
But I think now it's getting
recently.
Well, it's getting blown out of proportion more now because minicamp is starting. So you know how it goes. If like anybody's holding out, like even if it's one day at minicamp, everything just gets blown up astronomically. And so that's what's happening with the whole James Cook shit. It's just getting blown up completely out of control. Because I don't even believe half the shit that's being said. Jared said, that's awesome. So I'm the commissioner of my league. Been running the league about 13 years now. I'm a simple guy with simple league. We do a 10-man regular PPR, no keepers with a 50 buy-in. Yeah, and I've been trying to tell Jarrett, man, you got to try to bump it up to 12-man because he always gets, I mean, not always, but at least the last couple years, it's like his team will be there during the regular season, you know, and it's like top end. But then, like, some kind of bullshit will just happen in the playoffs, you know? And, like, that's one of the biggest things that I hate the most is, like, you know, when someone just kind of wins by luck, you know, and maybe they have one person who, like, goes off. And then, you know, like, the rest of their team kind of sucks. But because it's small rosters, you know, it's just enough to beat you. Like, I mean, I hate shit like that.
So it's 10-man. Hey, Jared, how many do you start? Do you start like 7 roster, 8 roster?
Pretty sure they start 7.
7, dude. That's pretty much luck. 10-man, start 7.
It's because everyone's so stacked, and like that's the part that I understand is like everybody wants to be stacked, but it's like, man, if you're actually good, which Jarrett is, and he has me in his back pocket as well. It's like we'll be stacked whether we have a 12-man, a 14-teamer, you know, just all these. It's everybody else who won't be stacked.
Start a 10 roster and a 10-man. Like that's even kind of shallow, but still.
Even adding an extra flex or 2 like those little things, like adding an extra flex spot, 2 extra flex spots, that just makes it to where you have to draft that much better, you know? And like if you're actually good at drafting, it'll set you up from the beginning, and then just those extra spots will kind of help separate the men from the boys, you know, so to speak. And that's what you want, because you build a solid roster. You don't want to lose to some, you know, you don't want to lose to some lucky ass shit.
Oh, there you go, Alex. You're on the clock.
See, look at that, man.
But
exactly.
There you go, dude.
Exactly how we wrote it up in pregame.
Now I love that. Definitely love that stack now better with Evans and Godwin.
Yeah.
Now that you got 4 Jennings.
Yeah. Because now we got 4 very, very solid wide receivers. And even if, all of these guys probably aren't going to be like wide receiver ones, like on a consistent basis, but I bet all of them will be top 24 on a very, very consistent basis.
Well, I think Jennings was a top 24 guy last year.
Yeah, for the season. I mean, I guess I was talking about on a game-to-game, basis, but yeah, Brown said Jennings was on my watch list for sure. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And where are you at, Brown? Yeah, okay. Yeah, you got Reed over him. I'm not mad at that because I still think Reed's going to be the number 1. I know there's a lot of people who think that Golden's going to come in and like literally lead the team in targets and receptions and touchdowns, and it's not going to happen.
Golden will play more snaps, but he's going to be in there on run plays. They put Reed in when they're going to pass, and he gets more targets when he's on the field. So that's why I like Reed a lot. Because, Reed only plays, 65% of snaps, but he gets targeted when he's on that field.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I just got home from work.
MT said he treated himself to some coker in real life. All right. Let's party, bro. It's Saturday.
I'm afraid to do that nowadays because it wasn't like it was back in our day.
Yeah, you gotta be careful with goddamn fentanyl, man. You gotta be fucking
that's it. Fentanyl.
I know way too many people that have OD'd on fentanyl and people that were like literally my age, and we're talking guys. I mean, we're years and years removed from it now. And it's like, yeah, man, like I'll smoke weed like crazy. I'll fucking do mushrooms like crazy. But man, I'm just too nervous to try anything else because all this fentanyl shit. Yeah. And plus, I feel like I have a very addictive personality. Like you guys see how much weed I smoke, and I know that I could stop at any time if I really wanted to. I just don't want to, man. It's just way more fun, just puffing. And Jared here goes, 1 QB, 2 RBs, 2 wide receivers, tight end with the flex. Yep, so that's the.
Get rid of the kicker.
I keep telling him that, man. I keep telling him that,
bro. Kicker and defense, no.
Look at this. I lost week 1 last year and then won like 8 in a row and then shit the bed in the playoffs. My fucking nephew auto drafted the team that won. And seeing like that's what I'm talking about, man. It's like the more spots that you have, it just makes it to where like you either got to get hella lucky in the draft and like you draft that like nobody gets hurt, but also like the more positions you add in, the harder it is for that to kind of happen, because everybody gets hurt. I mean, it's nature of the beast. All right. 2 spots in front of me. Stranger, he said, kickers' lives matter.
Those are people too.
Oh, man. Yeah, the damn kickers. It's just not fun. Like, that's like another thing. Like, if it was like actually fun for me to watch kickers, that would be one thing. But I don't think anybody has fun watching kickers. Like, if we could remove them from the entire game of football, I'm sure that nobody would be sad about that. Obviously there has to be, a way that we could get rid of all these motherfuckers. Hey, Scotty boy in the house. What up, bro? What up? Tony said, oh my God, I love Brandon Aubrey. Stranger said, I'd be so sad. You lie. You lie. Oh, man, look at this. Kelsey at the 11-5. Yes.
That is incredible.
Dude, I got Mahomes in the draft earlier today. I got Mahomes at like the 3-8 and then like Kelsey at the 10-something. Felt pretty awesome to get that stack and not have to like pay up for it, and not have to force it. I'm feeling really good about my squad, man. I mean, Kelsey is technically a starter.
Yeah.
Starter on my squad because I got 11. And dude, Drake May on the bench to start. Like, man, I feel good about that. Because like there's been drafts where Drake May's gone in the 2nd, in the 3rd, in the 4th. I got him in the 5th in this one. Yeah. All right. Yeah, a little bit of a different crew drafting today as well. Wonder, is this going to be the last fight before the pay-per-view kicks off? Dude in the yellow shorts looks fucking looks scared as hell after he already got rocked. PJ, what up, bro? He said, in Huss I trust. He said, in August. Said, almost there, brother. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. And I'm telling you, anybody who wants to get the edge on your leagues, come draft with us in these best ball leagues. It's only $11 and you can actually win money, but it's drafting and then the season plays itself out and that's it. And trust me, you guys just doing like 2 or 3 drafts in this, you will be set up for success. Like fuck those mock drafts, man. Mock drafts never.
I haven't mock draft in like 5 years.
I mean, I can't say the same because I know there was like morning shows where we were mock drafting and like there'll be a time of the season where we'll mock draft like for like content, you know, and just so like whoever's like on the live stream, you guys want to draft? Here's the link, jump in, you know, like shit like that. That's like literally the only reason for fun. If we're just like literally bullshitting, you know, on like on a morning show or something.
I'm talking like if you go to like Fancy Pros and you do like a simulated mock draft, those are trash.
Right, hell yeah.
Zach Bond.
Oh,
good
dude. Dude just got clocked. I don't know which one's the guy in the yellow shorts, but motherfucker just got clocked.
All right, I'm gonna go grab myself another beer, see how drunk I can get.
All right, yeah, let's see. So someone's trying to pay. What the hell is he saying? Let me see. I think maybe just dude's clicking on the wrong league or something. Three more picks in front of me.
Andrews, that seems like a good value. Andrews right now.
Yeah, in the 12th round.
Yeah.
For sure.
People forget that dude got hit by a car last year, like 2 weeks before the season started.
Yeah.
And that's probably why he had that slow start. But after week 7 or 8, he was a top 10 in scoring for the position.
Yeah, especially, I mean, there were so many people who are writing him off, just forgetting about, you know, well, one being diabetic, like that's something that fucks him up too. But then 2, yeah, that he literally got hurt in the preseason. Hey, shout out to Derek on the island. What up, Buck? What's going on, bro? And PJ said, I'm coming to visit in 2 weekends. Us doing a Father's Day thing with my pops. Nice. Staying at the Grand, at the MGM Grand. Cool. What do you guys have? What kind of stuff do you guys got planned? Sounds fun, man. Sounds fun. It's a pretty decent fight for a prelim fight, especially a flyweight. I mean, these motherfuckers look like they're weighing nothing. And both of them have had knockdowns. Gonna play some poker. Cool. Nice. Brown said my son has type 1 diabetes and root for Andrews in Baltimore on the side because of it. Yeah, man. I mean, you know, it's I mean, we want to see everyone overcome these type of things that they're not supposed to overcome, you know, because like, I don't know, in the beginning, like everyone made like a huge deal about it, you know, about how Andrew's like, oh man, he can only, you know, he's only going to play like 75% of snaps, you know, because of this, and just certain climates is going to be harder for him to deal with, and like all type, you know, all blah, 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 blah. If you're a fucking beast, you could work through that shit. Like, obviously, I'm sure he's going to be smart, you know, if he's like having like any kind of like, you know, symptoms or getting dehydrated or like shit like that, you know, but yeah, from all that bullshit that we heard about him only being able to play 75%, like you've seen him play more than that.
I'm looking at his scoring last year in this format. He had like 6 games with 20 points. 20 plus points.
Nice. Brown said it's actually been a huge inspiration for him that life goes on. Yeah, definitely, dude. It's fucking awesome. It's fucking awesome. Yeah, Uncle Buck, so much clock sucking tonight, right? Come on, guys. Get your shit together. I was thinking of hitting the rhino or something, but my dad has a weak heart. Yeah, man, you don't want him. You don't want anything messing with his ticker when going into the Rhino, man. He might get way too excited. But dude, that's awesome, man. All right, let's see.
Is this dude on auto pick?
He did. He just went on auto pick right this second.
There he goes. He's off.
Man, we're about to start a super flex IDP league, and so annoying. Like one guy, well, it's not annoying that he wanted to help. It was annoying that like he just kind of like spammed it into a bunch of leagues that aren't like the leagues that aren't like the leagues, the hustler leagues, and so just things are a little bit different than like your average leagues or whatever. And yeah, it's just annoying. So many people joining and then bailing just because they're like reading the rules, and some people literally just clicked and like, I didn't even join this league, and then left. And it's annoying, man. It's like a whole bunch of like old people just like using technology or something and not knowing what the fuck they're doing. But two of the people fucking paid, and then they're like, oh man, you know what? Can we just get a refund? But like, then that like. Well, I mean, we didn't start. I don't want. Yeah, we're getting them refunds, but shit takes time. So like, that's the one thing that just like messes everybody else up.
All right, Huss, you're about to be on the clock.
All right,
what are we gonna do?
13th round here.
Man, there's some nice choices here for you.
Yeah, I think I know where I'm going with this pick if I don't get sniped, because he usually goes earlier than round 13.
Yeah, I think I know you're saying the Giant or no?
No.
Okay, never mind.
All right, and it was not Rashad White. Evan Ingram, baby.
Oh, there you go.
I love getting some of these tight ends on the bench because that's nice if they crack the starting lineups.
Yeah, dude, Evan Ingram with that Joker role. I mean, I could see him being the number 2 target in that offense behind Sutton.
What up, Albert? What's going on, bro?
Man, oh man. There he goes. That's who I thought you were looking at. Okereke.
Yeah, I mean, I like Okereke. I mean, I know that pretty soon here I'm probably going to start getting some IDP.
There's so many good ones still. So,
yeah. Yeah, we'll get some there'll be some fresh IDPs that we lock in here. And dude, look at Brown, man, with Zach Bond and Caden Ellis to start.
I'm hearing a crackling. I don't know if that's mine.
Let me see. That change anything?
No, I still hear it. Do people in the chat hear it, or is it just on my end? Wait, it disappeared.
Dang it, it's because I muted myself. Did it come back?
Yeah, it came back.
Anything now?
Still hear it.
Dang it. Motherfucker. Let's see. Dang it. It might just be this a cord that I need to replace.
Yeah, it's not really that loud. It's not that bad, but
let's see. Tell me if this changes anything. Still doing it?
Still doing it, yeah.
That change anything?
Yeah, but you're super low.
Nothing now? Anything? Same thing?
Yeah, I still hear it.
Dang it. All right, let's see.
That's what one said. He thought it was his Bluetooth speaker.
It's still going?
Yep.
Dang it. Anything?
Still.
Dang it.
So I see Fried Cracker in the chat. He said, "Damn you! Like, were you sniped? Why are you saying damn you?"
I'm probably gonna have to change that. Yeah, where? In what chat? Just the league chat.
League chat. Yeah. He said, "Damn you!" I don't know if he wanted Singleton, and then he ended up getting Hutchinson, or maybe he wanted Watt. I don't know, or Henley.
I hope it was Henley. Let's see. What was the snipe? Henley.
Actually, the crackling went away.
Okay, good.
So cool.
Yeah, so I might just have to replace these XLR cords. I've had them for a little while. And don't forget, guys, we got 2 drafts tomorrow. We got one in the morning or early afternoon, depending on what part of the country you're in, and then another one same time and in the evenings. We're gonna go with this next pick. I feel like the world is my oyster right now. Got so many options.
A lot of good options, man. I'm not seeing many running backs that I like, but there's a bunch of receivers that I would go here. Let's see.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a handful of defense that I like. Receivers that I'm looking at. Where you at? You up next? Yeah, there's like 3 rookies that I like.
And now
Oh, now there's 2.
I know, and you know what? Out of scarcity at the position, I'm gonna go Guadendo here.
I don't hate it. I like that. You always want to come out with the San Francisco running back, no matter what.
Yeah,
I never know.
I wasn't able to get CMC, but I just there's no way that Guadendo doesn't have some kind of a role, this year. I don't know what the hell it's gonna be, but he's gonna have some kind of a role. That's for sure.
I mean, he was good last year. He was explosive, and they got rid of Elijah Mitchell, and now they have Guarendo as the backup, and they drafted Jordan James. They ain't gonna throw Jordan James over Guarendo.
So you said they're not going to, right?
No, they're definitely not, man.
Right. All right. Dude just paid. We are all filled up now. And let's see. Has everybody paid yet, though? All right, let's go see how many people are paid now. Oh man, on this prelim fight, dude just got knocked the fuck out. All right. But yes, we are fully paid up, and another draft about to start. Yes.
Was that a slow draft?
Yeah, all the dynasties. I make sure they're slow drafts. Yeah, I did that one last year, and that's like this is just the last of it. Not doing any fast drafts for dynasty anymore. There's just no point. Two, three, four, five. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, there's Pat Bryant off the board. That's a great dynasty pick.
What is it?
Pat Bryant.
Yeah.
Good dynasty pick. He's on the clock right now. It's only a 10-team dynasty, but dude's on the clock. 409. Second last pick of the draft. Pat Bryant's still on the freaking board. And I'm doing everything I can to get that freaking pick from him.
Yeah.
There goes Joe Flacco. So no one's drafting Derek Carr and hope for a comeback.
Yeah.
He comes out of retirement just because he didn't want to be on the Saints.
Right? That'd be funny.
Watch Aaron Rodgers get hurt the first 3 weeks of the season. They signed Derek Carr.
Hey, we've seen crazier shit happen.
All right, Alex is on the clock. What are we doing?
And then both the rookies are gone.
Well, there's still that New England rookie.
Yeah, it's too early for that, I feel.
Mm.
You know what? I'm gonna go Coleman. The one thing that I do like about Coleman is he's packing on the muscle this year. You could tell compared to last year, he's like a scrawny little twig, and he's definitely hit grown man weight, in the weight room this year.
Funny thing about Coleman, before I hopped on, I watched a short, and it's that dumbass FF counselor.
Yeah.
And he literally, here, I'll pull it up. I screenshotted it. We probably can't see it. Yeah, fuck it. But anyway, he said Keon Coleman is going to be a top 10 receiver this year.
Oh, man, he cursed him. Fucking cursed him.
You idiot, dude. Last year, his take was Coleman was better than Neighbors and Marvin Harrison and all the other.
That's what I hate. You're just doubling down on being a dumbass. Because last year, I don't even know why people would go. I mean, it's not that I didn't draft him last year. I drafted him at the end of the first round. But once I saw, Counselor only fucking talks about redraft. He doesn't talk about dynasty. You know? So, when he says he's going to be a top 10 wide receiver, he's talking about redraft.
Yeah, dude's an idiot, man.
Yeah.
It's funny. My boss at Going for Two, Jeff Lambert, he liked Coleman last year. He was all in on him, and I was like, I don't see it. I don't understand why you're drafting him. So I screenshotted the counselor thing right before I got on and sent it to him, and I said, "Hey, you should have this dude on your show and just talk a whole hour about Keon Coleman."
Right?
He was like, after I said that, he responded. He was like, now that I see this, I should be completely out on Keon Coleman just because it's I'd rather be wrong than him be even close to right.
Right. And see, I remember last year for Keon Coleman during the rookie drafts, he was someone I was saying you could target at the end of the first round. Buffalo did jump up to grab him. But once they got to the preseason, and you could literally see that he's getting punked at the line and he can't handle press coverage. Like once I saw that, I just knew like I'm completely out on him for redraft. Like there's no reason to get him as a rookie. Like he's not even going to be able to handle NFL cornerbacks. And most games he was not able to handle those NFL cornerbacks. This year though, maybe it's a little different. I can't wait to see him in preseason now. And what the hell? Mike Tyson is at UFC and he's sitting right behind Donald Trump. Man, can we just like fast forward to the fucking to the championship match with O'Malley? Man, that one's gonna be good.
Oh, dude, timed out. Myles Garrett, that's not a bad timeout.
No, not at all.
And he has Ernest Jones, Wagner, Bolin. I love those picks. Man. So the only thing that worries me about Coleman is they brought in Josh Palmer.
They won't be playing the same position though, right?
Similar, but not the same.
How about not same position, but they won't be playing the same role? How about that?
Yeah, like because I don't think they have a true X receiver or a true flanker.
What up, Jason Hawk fan? He said he's the guy who makes fun of people who gets injured. That's why I like really hate his guts because like that you're just like it really disdains me when someone gets happy from any player getting injured, you know, like they're not human beings, you know, like I just, you know, golf clap for your fucking one little team, you know, like by yourself, you know, like you don't have to fucking, you know, come on here and say, I told you this guy was going to get hurt.
Yeah.
Like, so anybody could get hurt at any fucking time. It's the NFL.
Yeah, exactly. So like I'm a big Roshan truther, and I also been drafting a lot of Swift too. But if Swift gets hurt and Roshan comes in, and I'm not gonna celebrate Swift's injury.
Yeah,
like that's dumb. Like you're not supposed to be happy about a guy getting hurt.
And if you play in a shitload of leagues, like all of us play in a shitload of leagues, you pretty much roster everybody and you go against everybody every week. That's just how it goes. So like, I never cheer for players to do bad at all. You know why? Because I probably got that motherfucker on one of my teams. I just want everybody to do good. And I hope that my combo does better than my opponents. That's it.
Exactly.
Because yeah, it's so funny the people who I mean, it is a mindset switch that you really have to get into because, like, you know, if you only play in like one or two leagues, like literally you're so hyper focused on like the, you know, these 12 guys, you know, going against you and the 12 guys you got on your squad or whatever that like, yeah, literally you're only thinking about that. So you want everybody on the other side to fail.
So
you know what happened?
So Tootin just went. I don't know if that dude's in the chat, but I see you drafted Bijan with your first pick.
That's Jason. That's Jason who just chatted about.
So Jason, bro, I love Tootin. He's in my top 20, 25 dynasty running backs. But for this year, I don't know how well he's going to do because he has two people in front of him. But with you drafting Bijan, you might have been better off going Algier because I see you also have Walker and you drafted Shard, which is awesome.
We've got to remember that the draft's not over.
True.
Because like now that you just talked about someone, like now he's on the radar for other people too.
Oh, my bad, dude.
I don't know who's paying attention or who would like want him necessarily, but
yeah, honestly, I wouldn't want Algier unless I have Bijan.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
So, I mean, if he falls back, maybe consider him.
There goes Bigsby. I mean, see, I think I'd want Bigsby before I want Tootin.
Yeah, well, that would. I don't know. Tootin's just that home run hitter, man.
But how is Bijan not? I mean, how is Bigsby not though? I mean, last year I think he led. Didn't he lead something in like forced missed tackles or like some shit? Like I forget what stat.
Could have been. He had like 3 huge games, like over 20 points.
Yeah.
So I don't mind that.
Hey, there goes Patrick Queen.
She's a killer queen.
All right, Alex, what are we doing? Dun dun dun.
Hunter Henry.
Love that, dude. I was just talking Hunter Henry with someone 3 days ago, saying he's so underrated. He's going under the radar. No one's drafting him in best ball league. I can get him as my number 3 tight end when you have to start a tight end, and total value.
Yeah. All right.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Just for no apparent reason at all. I actually got to like use that in context during this morning's draft. They were talking about like cleaning bongs, and Stranger, he was like, yeah, man, you know, there's been a time where I've just bought a bowl piece because I didn't have time to clean it. I was like, I feel you, man.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Bronchitis. If you listen to that whole clip, it's freaking hilarious.
Yeah.
And that thing's got to be like 10, 15 years old by now. And it's still a fucking classic.
Yeah. I mean, that's just like the fucking the Antoine Dotson shit.
Well, obviously,
It's so old, but it never gets old.
Oh, and there goes Algier. Someone's listening.
Yeah, I don't think he's in here, but I mean, it's about that time, anyways. You know, we're getting close to the 20th round.
Yeah. You got the Doddles, the Corums, the Wrights. Oh, my favorite guy's still on the board. I just talked about him a few minutes ago.
All right.
Oh, and there's 2 receivers that I really fucking love this late. One of them last year was, I believe he was the wide receiver 8. Yeah, only like 3 weeks in the season. But after his quarterback went down, he blew up as for those weeks as the wide receiver 8. But then all of a sudden he got hurt, so he didn't return the rest of the season.
Mm-hmm.
His number 1 receiver on the team doesn't catch many balls. I believe he has like a 50, 60%, we'll say 55% catch rate. 55! And now he has a Super Bowl winning quarterback thrown to him. Interesting. Who can I be talking about?
I know. Who's it gonna be? Because I already see who I want to get.
Dude, I wish I was in this draft right now, man.
It's a good draft.
It really is. Like, if I would have got off work like 20 minutes earlier, I probably would have joined.
Yeah. Oh. All right, we got the race about to start right now. Superflex IDP Dynasty kicking off.
Are you doing one of the 100-yard dashes?
Yep.
Love those, man. One of
Right.
my favorite formats to, like, instead of hitting a random button.
Yeah. Here's my thoughts behind it, because there's some people who don't like it. They're like, you know, I just like, why can't Sleeper do it? You know, I feel like if I click a button and I get the last pick, I'm so pissed. You know, I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, how come I got the shit end of the stick? You know, with this bullshit. But if I'm actually watching this whole race and I see it unfold, I'm not as mad because you see the whole thing happening.
Oh, there goes one of my guys. I like that Kyle Williams pick.
All right, fuck it. I gotta get Gasicki with it. Nah.
Oh, and Tillman, that's the guy I was talking about.
I figured you were. And I do like Gasicki more than Tillman.
Yeah. See, Bateman. Okay, so there's my debate. Do you go Tillman or Bateman?
I hate Bateman. I'm never falling for the bait.
I don't mind Bateman in a best ball format. I don't
Yeah,
ever
the
want
only-
to start him.
It's
But
the
it's
only
like-
place that I would even consider drafting him.
I mean, there's been drafts where I took Bateman, but then I got Tillman like a round or two later.
Right?
But I think that was Dynasty. Man.
He said I would have taken Bigsby, but I got him in too many of my leagues. Okay, makes sense.
Yeah, you got to diversify. Sure.
And that's like a yes, but you know what? I'm also like of the mindset that like you have to really trust your instincts, because what if you're right about someone who just totally kills it and you're like, I got to diversify. Because I even brought this up last year that like I had a lot of late picks in Dynasty rookie drafts. And like I kind of went in this phase, like BTJ was my first guy, like that I was drafting with those picks. And it was like I was getting him at the 8, 9, 10, you know, in those kind of areas. And then, but I was like, you know what, I got to diversify. Like, what if I have like too much BTJ? And like, what if Xavier Worthy fucking kills it? You know, so then I switch it up and I start getting some Worthies, you know, as well. And then I'm like, damn, you know, what if it's like Keon Coleman who like kills it, you know? And so I got a couple Keon Colemans. But if I just would have trusted my gut and went 100% Bijan, I mean 100% BTJ, like my teams would be so fucking like insane. You know, they're still good with Worthy, but if I had Brian Thomas every place that I have Worthy as well, like man, I would feel so much better about so many of my teams.
Yeah, I agree.
So that's what I mean. It sucks if you miss wrong. If you're wrong, you know, that kind of sucks. Like if you're an all in on Coleman, you know, type of guy last year, you know, that wouldn't have worked out for you.
See, so last year I was all in on Roman Wilson, but it was such a late pick.
Yeah,
I'm talking like early third.
What up, Guap? Hold on. Is that Kyler Murray?
It's got to be Kyler.
Not Ken Murray, right? Kyler Murray and Neighbors for Knicks and Sutton. Dude, like
give me Murray and Sutton, or Murray and Neighbors all day.
I know, and I hate this though, because like no matter how you slice it, it's like this kind of winning and losing on one player or another, no matter what side you're on.
No, you're gonna win because, in my opinion, Murray and Knicks are so close to one another, but Neighbors is a huge jump from Sutton.
Yeah.
So we'll take that huge jump, and like Nixon, I want to say I have him at QB 8 or 9, maybe 10 in Dynasty. Murray's like QB 12, maybe 11. But that huge jump between Sutton and Neighbors, go get that Neighbors pick and tear down 2 or 3 spots from your quarterback. Like now, if you said instead of Sutton, if you said Marvin Harrison, now that would be a dumb trade because, like, why?
Why? Real close.
Yeah, that would.
I guess I don't even know what side that he would be on of this, and like, I just don't want people to make trades like this. If you're fucking with me, you know, because like we should be making more calculated trades, not a trade that, like, yeah, I mean, if you don't have the Kyler Neighbor side, like, yeah, that's like a huge. You know, that's a huge upgrade on the wide receiver side. Other QBs, Josh Allen. Okay.
What, Chris? Chewy? What
Chewy,
up?
I got a story for you. So about 4 months ago, ages ago, so I thought I had lost something. Seems to be something sharp and pointy, maybe a knife. I looked everywhere for it, including my parents, just thought I left it at. I double checked my backpack and my luggage, didn't see it. Later on, before I was heading to my parents' 2 weeks, dog watch house at TSA, found my knife tucked away, hidden well in my backpack. They did not find me, ban me, or detain me. Man, I mean, that's lucky, dude. Yeah, because you just never know how they're going to respond to like weapons going through there.
Like Matrix.
Yeah. You can travel with weed, but you can't travel with knives.
Well, you know what's funny? So I went on a cruise with my baby mama and her family. She brought back a bunch of sand. And they actually took the sand out of her fucking thing and like went through it all to look for drugs.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, it's just fucking sand.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just like just anything. Like, yeah, anything could be hidden anywhere. Jeez, I'm a diabetic. The only thing I told him I thought I could pick was the only thing I thought could pick up was my insulin needles. Oh, okay. Yeah, and Jason said Murray's Neighbors is the winner, not close. Said I consider Neighbors Alone. I mean, I definitely wouldn't consider Neighbors Alone for that, but yeah, I mean the Murray Neighbors side is the side that's better. Where do we go with this pick? Yeah, I only got 2 IDPs. That's probably where we're going.
Yeah, this is about the time of the year where I need to start diving into my IDPs and work on some rankings. So maybe I'll do a consultation with Alex. What is it, $11 for 11 minutes?
Yep.
Dude, maybe you could help me out with some of my IDP rankings.
Yeah, dude.
Like, I don't do my rankings professionally, but man, do they fucking help me win some leagues.
For sure. All right, Brown said he'll do a grade. You'll be after Tony.
Fuck Tony.
Nah, man, that's the cool Tony. Not Tony. No E. No E. No E in that Tony. And Guap said I have no Jaden Daniels in any league, so I grabbed him in the last league that just started up. Nice. There you go, man. There you go.
Dude, I'm in the middle of a startup, or at the end of a startup.
Mm-hmm.
I had a 102. Some dude took Jaden Daniels 101. I'm like, dude, you're giving me Josh Allen, who's been the most consistent quarterback over the past 5 years, at the 102.
Yeah. I mean, pretty much what it is, it's a shiny new toy. I mean, no matter how you slice it, it's a shiny new toy. And I don't know. It's like how many people would pick Genty over like super early over some fucking just any. I'm just trying to like think of a running back, but I don't know, like over JT for example.
No, I would
in a redraft league. You take Genty.
No.
Yeah, but redraft because dynasty. Sometimes you need to wait 2 or 3 years to know if that pick even pays off. You know, but I'm talking about redraft where like someone would go pick a shiny Genty over a Bucky Irving, over a Jonathan Taylor, just a couple for context, just because it's a shiny new toy, not because it's not because it's necessarily the better, smarter pick. Yeah, Devo, my man. What up, Devo? We're about to smoke one up for you, bro.
You got perfect time. Got to start a little puff giving this motherfucker.
Let's see what Bones say. What up, Bones? He said, bro, the hat, Bong Chug, Drafty McFrost, RB3, Scoobert McGibble, Dab hat, the DX hat. It says, snipe my aunt's foot long sleeper pick in round 9. Who is Bones? Bones, who are you in this draft? And I did pick Shakira in the 9th round.
Shakira.
Maybe that could have been it. But Bones, who are you in this draft with us? Dude, tell me, man. Tell me. Tony said redraft JT Dynasty Genty. Yeah, exactly. And that's why I needed to like specify with redraft, because it is about the shiny toy, more than like what's the actual smarter pick.
I might still want Genty over JT in redraft.
I mean, that's just blasphemous. If the Raiders had a better line,
value wise, like I don't mind getting JT at the end of the second. Because
he's not going to go at the end of the second in redraft. Like when it gets to that time, he's going to be going higher. Just like Genty's going to be going higher.
I'm going to check my recent draft. I think I'm in the 5th round in a slow draft, but I'm pretty sure I got JT at the end of the second.
Well, yeah, but here's what I'm saying. A lot of people who are drafting right now, even though we're drafting for redraft, they're still in dynasty mode. Like you can tell. Like it's like once all the casuals come back, like that's when like ADP changes again.
So check this out, dude. So I had the number 2 pick. It went Jamar Chase. I took Bijan.
Okay.
With 102.
Okay.
Genty went 107.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I had the 103. I got Barkley at the 103.
Yeah.
Genty went 107.
I mean, there's going to be a draft where Genty goes above Bijan, Saquon, or Gibbs. Like it's going to happen. Like we're going to all witness that sometime this year where he's going to go higher than one of those 3.
So
who knows when? It won't be me.
My 22nd pick after I got Barkley, I took JT.
Yeah.
At the end of the 2nd round. And then it went Jacobs, McBride, Harrison, Rice, and then I took Garrett Wilson, and that's my team so far.
And Tony said JT does get hurt, so I can see Jamie's point with that, but JT can give better redraft value if he's healthy. And that's the thing, is like, I know we're thinking of these rookies that they will like never get hurt, like in their careers, but like, what if Genty gets hurt? Like I'm a knock on wood. I mean, I'm not hoping it, but like anybody can get hurt, especially at the running back position. Like one bad tackle, you could miss 4 fucking games, man, because of a fucking rolled up ankle or some shit,
But the thing is, dude, if Genty does,
and Guap said, "What the heck's behind Jamie? It's the American Gladiators, bro. Because we're doing the American Gladiators division right now,
dude. I always try to like put a background to the draft that we're doing.
Yeah, because this is the American Gladiators division, the 30 for 30.
So American Gladiators, they had a video game on the NES, the regular Nintendo.
I don't remember that. Guap said old folk stuff. Bro, you better start getting acclimated with these 30 for 30 movies, bro. They teach you some history.
Yeah. Dude, there was that they would get into these balls and like a caged ball and just like roll and try to knock each other around.
Dude, that was like remember Pros versus Joes. I mean, that's like the new version kind of this, right? But like, dude, these guys is so cool hearing like that. All they were doing backstage was like shooting up steroids and fucking the chicks, like, I mean, that's like all that was going on. And they were like superstars, but they weren't getting paid shit in the beginning. Like they were just getting hella used.
What it was like they would get these jacked up motherfuckers and putting them in as gladiators, and then taking these regular old guys and they would like try to put them against these gladiators.
And remember one of them, it was a mix of like football and basketball and soccer, I guess, because it was like it seemed like it was on like a soccer field, but it's like you had to get the ball inside the goal or whatever, and like all they're wearing is like a helmet, and like the helmet was not a football helmet, like it's like a fucking it's like a wrestling helmet, like almost, and they're just getting blasted out there, like trying to get the ball in the hole, make these plays, and they're out there getting jacked up by the fucking gladiators. And
they had names like Lightning and Cobra. There was a bunch of chicks too, jacked up fucking chicks
Yeah.
in the division. And I do remember there was a scene where like this dude during that football game, he was running and then he just did like a flip, literally flipped,
Yeah.
front flip over the Gladiator and scored that touchdown or whatever it was.
Yeah. And then you see, I remember that because that's on the doc. They were so fucking pissed when that happened.
Dude, I
And
never
they
saw
wanted
the
to
doc,
kill his
but I need
ass
to
after
watch
that.
this. One of
Well,
my favorite teams
It's
was
the shit watch. Don't you disrespect American Gladiators.
American Gladiators was shit. Like I can't remember what day it was. I think it was on Saturday nights.
Yeah, when it would like first come out, but man, I mean, then it got to where it was in syndication. It was just on like almost every day.
Like live, it was on Saturday nights, and they had this game where like they would shoot these tennis balls at each other, and they would have to go through this maze, and I don't know, it was fucking awesome.
Yeah, it was pretty. Yeah, they had to go through a little obstacle course, and there was different weapons that they were given to shoot the target. That
It was
would,
like a bazooka with shooting out bazooka balls.
yeah, it was like the Gladiators. They had, yeah, I don't even know what you would consider. It's almost like a minigun or something. One of those miniguns that would just shoot the tennis balls out like crazy. And
yeah,
then,
it was like you just push the button and it shoots out a ball.
and the contestants, like, yeah, they had like different, like first one's like a crossbow or like some shit, you know.
Yes. Oh
And
my
then
God.
it was like it was like 4 levels of like different weapons or whatever. And Strange, I remember the guy who dominated as a contestant and went on to the WWE. No, I don't.
Sheldon Benjamin? Who was that?
Was it Kelvin Benjamin?
Sheldon.
Sheldon Benjamin?
I don't know. Let's look that up, guys.
Yeah. Yeah, very curious. How many IDP guys do I got now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Got my first 5, but we need more. Stranger said Rico. Rico what? Or what Rico?
Yeah. No, wait. The Miz was a host on the American Gladiators on the rebooted season.
Remember when American Gladiators, when Family Matters went to American Gladiators?
Yes, Steve Urkel, bro.
That was a good one.
Dude, do you remember the episode where Steve Urkel had his grandma come on for a basketball tournament against Eddie?
It wasn't his grandma, but it was grandmama.
It was grandma, but I think wasn't that Larry Johnson?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That played him?
Yeah.
Holy shit, I can't believe I remember that.
Yeah. I remember it's so funny. Estelle, the Winslow's grandma was all telling him about it. It's like, Steve, I got a partner for you. And she knits with I met her down at the senior citizen center. And she was like, what? You expect me to play with an elderly woman?
Oh man.
And then Grandma Ma comes in and has the cake and palms it. I baked the cake.
I just remember her saying like something about her girdle.
Yeah.
On her ass or something. I don't remember. She should have worn a sports bra.
Yeah, after he dunked and fucking slammed it like crazy. And Steve, that was incredible. And he was like, what's wrong? And he was like, my girdle's giving me a wedgie.
Yes. Wow.
And remember though, like at the end when Grandma Ma gets hurt. And
she twisted her knee or something.
Yeah, twisted her knee.
So it was Eddie and Urkel 1-on-1.
And the dude's like, oh, tough break, forfeit. And then, like, real quick, she gets up real quick. He's like, what? No, Steven, this jerk's going to play for it. And he was like, well, what's wrong with me? I'm not hurt. Takes off the glasses. You could be. He was like, well, in that case, I'll just be watching you over here on the bench. Oh, tap out.
All right.
Had him in a headlock. He could not move from that headlock. First match in the books. Rico Constantino. Guap said Rico Suave. It should totally be Rico Suave. But Rico Constantino, okay. And Tony said Chubb in the 24th. Are we thinking he's going to sign somewhere? He's going to sign somewhere.
Yeah, but it's not going to be the same Chubb that it used to be.
No. That's why you take him in the 24th instead of what would he have gone? What did he go last? Well, what did he go 2 years ago when he wasn't, when he wasn't hurt?
Top 12?
Right?
Like, I mean, mid-second at the latest.
Right? Yeah, so we'll see. I mean, where's the places that he's been rumored so far are the Raiders and the Bears. Those seem like
Raiders do need a backup because I was just looking at their depth chart.
Yeah, you got like Raheem Mostert and Zamir White, right? Like,
I don't even know if Zamir White's on that team anymore. Is he?
Oh shit! Did they release him?
Yeah, let me.
He sucks.
So you got Genty, Mostert, Sincere McCormick. Oh yeah, I guess White is still on the team. All right, but still,
they're trash though. Like, yeah, he sucks.
All right, chat. So I'm on the clock. It's in the 11th round. No IDP in this fucking league.
Boo.
Yeah. I already got my 3.
Guap said, and watch what you say about the Raiders, but hey, you got to remember, man.
I'm a Raiders fan.
I was a Chargers fan for like most of my life, and so it's just in my second nature to talk trash about the Raiders. You know, like, it's got to get used to it.
Well, I like the Raiders, man. I was a huge Bo Jackson fan.
Dude, I met Marcus Allen when I was a kid.
So one of my friends, his name's Steve Wright. He was the left tackle back in 87 to 88, 89. And he blocked for Marcus Allen.
Sweet.
He was actually in one of those Madden games, like the very first Madden game on the offensive line. Oh, yeah. And I did an interview with him. He had the book called Aggressively Human by Steve Wright. Go look it up. It's an awesome book, man. And me and him talked for hours and did an interview. And dude's awesome. He was also on the show Survivor.
Cool.
One of the seasons, maybe season 11.
JJ said you say that now, but 2 years ago, Mostert set the world on fire. I mean, that's when I was telling everybody to draft him in like the 20th round. And all those teams that I had Mostert on, they went on to like the money and the best balls. I didn't win it, but
you gotta remember, Mostert's like 33 years old, man.
Yeah, he's old now.
Simmons is old.
And what's BTA mean? He says so you're just used to getting BTA. What's that mean? But we're definitely beefing with the Raiders. Used to beef with Raiders fans all the time.
All right, Chad, help me out here. So my receivers, I got Puka, I got Sutton, I got Ridley. Should I go with like Burden, Trey Harris, Stephon Diggs? Or should I go with like Njoku, but I already have Hawkinson? Najee's available. Man, I don't know.
What round are you in?
The middle of the 11th. No. So I'm going to read my team off. I got Joe Burrow, Bo Nix, and Justin Fields. I got Puka, Sutton, and Ridley. I got Breece Hall, Chuba Hubbard, and Jalen Warren. Someone said Ibuka. No, Ibuka's gone.
Yeah, you said 11th, right? Yeah.
Yeah, Ibuka went. Damn, where the fuck did it go? Oh, two picks ago. So it went like Shakira, Jaden Reed, Golden, Higgins, Ibuka, Cooper Kupp. I don't know. I don't like any of these running backs, man. Najee, Stevenson, Mason, Benson. But I do like best ball with Burden, Trey Harris. I mean, Michael Pittman's still there, but I don't know, man.
Where are we gonna go? We got 4 picks in front of me. Let's see it.
So Guap, yeah, he's thinking what I'm thinking. Trey Harris.
Trey Harris is still there.
I love Trey Harris, man. That dude's got like a 75% catch rate in college, but his contested catch rate was 65%, which means he's been grabbing everything that's been thrown up to him.
That's my guy who I'm all in on this year. I took
me too.
in all those rookie drafts. Like, I mean, I'm not saying I didn't get other people besides him, but there wasn't really diversifying. It was like, you know, it was like a certain spot. And like, I'm pretty sure I think I drafted him. Maybe the earliest was at the 110, and it was after all the running backs were already like taken and stuff.
Wow, Trey Harris 110. I love that, man. But
And
I got him
all the way
209.
and I got him all the way until the middle of the second, like as well, like everywhere in between, just depending on what picks I had.
He fell to the 209 in one draft, and I sent whatever trade I could to get him from this girl that's in a lot of my leagues, and she accepted the trade. And I'm like, fuck yeah, I got Trey Harris.
Oh, what the hell?
Yeah, I'm going to go Trey Harris.
See when Brown took Zach Allen, you ass.
I was looking at Njoku, but I could also get like Kraft later. I can get Henry, Strange. So yeah, I'm gonna go Trey Harris, bro.
Do it.
Boom.
You can do it.
Just remember, go big or go home.
And you can't teach that.
Yeah, I love all the different random sound drops that we got now.
All right.
You bastard.
Whoop-de-doo. What does it all mean, Basil?
I don't think so, Jim.
Then we got 5.
Catch me outside. How about that? Yup.
Yo,
All these hoes laughing like so funny. What I just said.
ain't nobody
They
got time
never
for
catch
that.
me. Ain't nobody gonna catch me.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah, and you already know, Guap, that's still one of my favorite ones because no one even knows this song, and I just gave it to him.
Caught a bullet in his bubble goose. He caught a bullet in his bubble goose. You can be at the party getting loose, but you can catch a bullet in your goose.
Yo, look, and then I got these South Park ones. We got to figure out when to use them.
They took our jobs. They took our jobs. They took our jobs.
They took our jabs.
When someone drafts Jerome Ford, like they took our jobs. They just drafted rookies to replace them.
And then I got all these ones from Training Day. Here we go.
King Kong ain't got shit on me. Come back here.
Oh, I love that.
Disloyal, fool-ass, bitch-made punk.
Give me that money. I run shit here.
And then
What
I'm
was
gonna get
that?
that money.
What?
What was the Malibu's Most Wanted scene where he did that King Kong scene?
I mean, it was
You
kind
know
of
what I'm
like,
talking about?
yeah, Malibu's Most Wanted,
Yeah,
B-Rad.
and the white dude just like gets on the freaking car and then he says that line like King Kong ain't got nothing on me, and he just starts blasting away.
He had the harpoon or something. Yeah, I'm sure there's a bunch of quotable stuff from that movie. Don't be hating.
Shot me in the ass.
See, that one goes with B-Rob.
You think you can do this to me?
Oh, you motherfuckers.
So we're just gonna have to figure out where to mix all these in at.
Oh, did you guys fucking hear that goddamn CD that came out? Lil Wayne, the Carter 6.
When did that come out?
It already came out, dude. It's fucking trash.
Yeah.
Literally, it's literally like a Dookie smoothie.
Yeah.
Like, I never, ever put in a Lil Wayne CD and skipped any song. I usually listen to it all the way through. This motherfucking CD, you're skipping every goddamn song.
Yeah, Guap. He said when you get sniped.
Oh, you motherfuckers.
Definitely a good one. Where am I gonna go with this?
Wait, did someone get auto picked?
Yeah, Brown said a Dookie smoothie.
Literally, dude. Listen to it. It's garbage. I think 2 Chainz has like a verse in it that's pretty good. And that's pretty much it.
How many IDPs do I got now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Hey, Crispy, screw you, man. Hold on. Dang it. I was trying to look for a fucking drop for you.
And all these hoes laughing like something funny.
Damn it, Crispy. What up?
Yeah.
TJ in the house. What up, bro?
Crispy's drafting like he burned his toast.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah, Crispy's just chilling tonight. He's not in the draft.
Well,
But we do need-
Crispy.
Yeah. We do need to get people in tomorrow morning's draft. We got like 3 people in right now.
Yeah, I'm not going to be awake for that.
Hey, Crispy said.
Yup.
At 1
sleeping till
p.m.
noon.
You won't be awake at 1 p.m.
Dude, I plan on getting fucking drunk as shit tonight. I'm only on 3 beers. I was trying to drink all 6 before I fucking get done with the stream.
Stranger said, when it comes to listening to that album, I'd prefer to learn from others' mistakes.
What I think Lil Wayne, he made that album expecting to get into that the Super Bowl, and then like that would have boosted his sales. But
Right. Wop said he's having a drink with you, Jamie. Let's get it. Let's get it.
Gosh.
I'll smoke it with you, bro. We'll go to the loony bin together. I don't give a fuck.
Roll a fatty for this pimp daddy.
Roll it.
All right. Mr. 101, what is your theory on Amari Cooper? Let me hear it. I think he's done.
He's a pedantic, pontificating, pretentious bastard, a belligerent old fart, a worthless, steaming pile of cow dung, figuratively speaking.
Oh, man.
All right. Crispy said he's smoking. Let's go.
Bong hit.
Roll it.
You see me? I got 5.
What up, Toker One? He said I got a draft hangover from last night and this morning. Dude, the way that you avoid coming down off of a draft is get into another one. That's the way to do it. I mean, how do you avoid a hangover? You keep drinking. Just same exact concept.
And if you wake up all burnt out from smoking weed, just fucking hit a bong.
There you go.
Let me hit that ball.
Tried one today, my boozing day. He said the first 8 beers was for the head change. He said I had a bit of a problem back then. He said, what cures a hangover? Drink some more, you know? Toker One said, "Shit, I passed out just to wake up." Let's go. And who's watching UFC right now? We got
Dude, why would you watch UFC when we got this draft going with the 420 crew?
well, it's on both.
We got time for that.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Tony said, "Huss snipe my next pick. Good. De'Ami Brown. Good.
Yeah,
Florida boy. You slacking on him. 29.
If you think about it, man, like who is the third target in that offense? It's going to be De'Ami Brown because they let go of Gabe Davis. Gabe Davis and De'Ami Brown both profile as the same exact type of player. They got rid of Gabe. Now they have the one, De'Ami Brown.
You guys ready for this? I think I'm completely out on Travis Hunter. I'm gonna go lower, like all of my rankings, like for him and stuff. Ooh. I just really feel like him and Shedeur, like they've really been sheltered from like, people who are like real hungry, I think. Because like you see them playing around at practice and like dancing and shit, and like you're a fucking adult in the NFL, and one of your teammates who's lower than you on the depth chart needs to tell you to stop dancing and pay attention. Like it's just yeah, is he talented? Like, yeah, for sure. But like, I don't think him and Shedeur got it between the years, man. Like they got way too much money. And they think that their shit don't stink because they never had fucking competition. Like Shadeur's never been in a QB competition in his life.
Yeah, fucking shitter Sanders, man.
Oh man, there goes Ken Murray. Speaking
he's
of
bums,
a bum.
He was a bum then, and he's a bum now.
Bum. He's a bum. Forget this bum. A bum. You bum, man. Get a job, you bum. You're just a jealous, lazy bum.
And let's see. And Guap said, ask you about this trade. So a potential trade on the potential trade out there would be Guap receiving Neighbors, but giving up Trey Harris, Waddle, and a 2026 second.
Wait, hold on. He said he sent it to me?
No.
The trade.
Yeah, and Crispy said Silver Spoon bums. Yeah, man. And I don't know. I mean, I feel like Travis Hunter probably doesn't come from money like Shedeur does, but like, I don't know if you guys saw it. There's a clip of Shedeur and he's like dancing. Like both Travis Hunter and Shedeur both love dancing during practice versus like paying attention. But Shedeur was like going up to Joe Flacco. They're like, I don't know, next to each other right when Joe's about to go take his reps. And Shadeur's like, hey, Joe, you ever hit one of these moves? And and Joe's like, nah, man, never. And then just like walks away.
So wait, I'm not seeing a message.
No. He wants an opinion. It's not sent to you.
Oh, what was the exact trade?
Guap would receive Neighbors. He'd give up Trey Harris, Waddle, and a 2026 second.
Give up Neighbors, receive Waddle, Trey Harris.
Other way around. Receive Neighbors, give up Waddle, Trey Harris, and a 2026 second.
Oh, I would do that. So you're giving up 2 seconds. No, you're giving up 3 seconds for like a top 4 pick, top 3 pick. No, I would actually put Neighbors in that 101 area. Like Neighbors or Genty. Man, that's tough. So yeah, you would be getting Neighbors for like 3 second-round picks.
Yeah, and Tony said, I don't like don't like Drew, but he's my 11th IDP, so fuck it. I mean, if it was me, I would rather just have 10 IDPs and not even pick him. Just because he sucks, man. Like, he's so blah. He might not crack your lineup one time.
Yeah, look for guys that can score like over 20 points at least 3 to 4 weeks. They might crack your lineup.
And Toyota One said in the Rocky movie, who was Rocky's biggest hype corner man, Mick or Duke. He said, I was thinking about when I hear the Rocky drop. I mean, of course it was Mick, like for the longest time, but you gotta, I mean, shit, like you gotta remember how Mick, like, he thought Rocky was a bum because like he was a fucking what do you call it? He was a thumb breaker, you know? Like you could have been a something, but now you're just out breaking thumbs. But yeah, Duke wasn't the hype man for Rocky, but I mean, he's the hype man for Tommy Gunn. R.I.P. to Tommy Gunn in real life. But yeah, man, the Duke was he's the ultimate hype man, bro.
Fun fact: did you know in number 5, the son that played Rocky's son was actually Rocky's real son in real life?
Yeah, hell yeah, super cool. Yeah, it was funny because he did not want to do that when it came to like Rocky Balboa or whatever. You know, like he wasn't interested in acting at that time. That was probably like 10 something years later.
I'm pretty sure his son died.
What?
Let me double check that. One of his sons just died. I don't know if it was him or not.
I didn't even know that. Yeah, it was Sage Stallone.
Yeah, at 36, 2012.
No way.
He died July 13, 2012. Suffered from a coronary heart disease caused by some long ass word.
Damn it. And I'm pretty sure Rocky Balboa came out before that, but that's insane. I didn't even know that. And that was a long time ago, too.
No, I'm pretty sure that came out before 2012, didn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, I think that was like 2006 or something like that.
Yeah, you're right. 2006. Right around Christmas.
Dang it. That's crazy. Didn't even know that. There goes Dodson. Guap said Shador is going to start by the middle of the year. No, he's not.
Shador isn't going to start.
The only like I just don't understand like why people think he's going to start. Like he's not, like he's hyped. Like that's why he's being talked about like all the time. It's because of hype, not because of his skill. It's because it's a storyline.
Yeah, Shitter is not an NFL caliber quarterback. He's not going to start.
Yeah, like both Pickett and Flacco would have to get hurt.
Well, not even that. They you got to follow the money. And Gabriel Day or whatever the fuck his name is, the 3rd round pick.
Mm-hmm.
He was paid more money than Shitter. So is Pickett.
Yeah, but he's not. But here's the thing: he's not going to start for marketing. Like him starting isn't going to sell any more tickets. Like him selling.
No, it's going to lose tickets. Me as a Browns fan, I was loving the Browns draft until the 4th round, or no, the 5th round. As soon as they took Shitter, I was like, I'm done. I'm not even. Especially since they drafted Gabriel 2 rounds ahead. I'm like, why the fuck are you doing this? Why?
Yeah, and Gabriel looks like he sucks too, and he's a lefty.
Yes, Gabe sucks too. I don't like that pick, but I could have lived with it.
Like, you guys realize that, like, if I threw a ball to Jamie and, like, we put it in slow motion with music, like, that would make it look dope as fuck.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's not because, like, I don't get it. Like, I mean, everyone's getting hyped off of like the shit that we hear in social media. You know, he went 9 for 13 in today's OTAs. There's no pads, there's no rush. He's throwing against DBs that aren't even gonna fucking make the team. Like, like we got to be smarter. We got to be smarter than the media that's being fed to us.
Yeah. So pre-draft, everyone had Shitter as their number 2, right?
Yeah.
I'm looking at my pre-draft.
I mean, shit, and I would say there's a big school of thought that had him number 1.
Yeah. So I'm looking at my pre-draft rankings before the draft happened, and I have him as my number 6. And this is what I said. I said you might expect big flashes from this guy just because of the bloodline name, with his father being a legend on the field. But he's more of a precision technician, more like a Drew Brees, not a Lamar Jackson. Like, his accuracy on short and intermediate throws is good.
Yeah, he doesn't have an arm like Drew Brees, though.
Yeah, but what his wait, where am I at? Yeah, his long ball is crap. Blah blah blah. Let's see.
Like, you could see the difference. Like, I don't know why people act like this video never happened. When it was Cam and Shador, and they were doing a drill where they were like, they're pretty much shuffling one way or the other, and then they're throwing a ball. And then they shuffle another way, and then they throw a ball. And then they shuffle the other way, and then they throw a ball. And it was like they did it 4 times each. And when Shador does it, yeah, it's a nice ball, but it looks like he's just out there kind of going through the motions. And then Cam goes up there, and you see it zip to the wide receiver. You know, like, you could just see the difference in like the zip on the ball. Shador has no zip. 0.
So I
even mentioned about that Tyler Shuff video. I mean, man, I don't even know which video you're talking about, but
so if you want to go look at Tyler Shuck, so I have Tyler Shuck ranked pretty damn high pre-draft. Like, he was my number 4 pre-draft. And go what college, what team did he play? Louisville. He was on Louisville, and God damn it, what fucking the touchdown versus Clemson. It was the touchdown versus Clemson. So go look up Tyler Shuck touchdown versus Clemson. The dude is a dog. Like, he literally flips and does like a fucking front flip into the end zone over a defender. That's a fucking dog.
You know why Shador didn't throw at the combine? Because it would only make his draft stock go down.
Exactly.
And because he's not good at throwing. Not that great at throwing.
Yep. So I mentioned, like, he's undersized as a quarterback. He lacks arm strength. And on top of that, like, his arm strength is not elite. Like, he's not a guy who's going to consistently, like, put the ball 45 yards down the field because he can't throw it that far, man. Yeah. It's like a fucking lob. He's like lobbing it up.
I saw that video, Guap, but I was also like, if everybody remembers, I'm the one who is telling everyone, like, you really don't want to draft any quarterbacks from this class. Like, unless you're like,
you don't. Next year's class.
Because they all suck. Like, all of them. Like, none of them.
Jackson Dart doesn't suck.
What? Who?
I'm going to disagree. Jackson Dart does not suck.
That remains to be seen. He fell to a shitty situation. Like, that, I mean, I know that people are going to bring up, like, Eli Manning being there forever. But, like, we're a long way removed from, like, the Eli Manning, like, regime.
It's the fact that Dart is dangerous when you have designed runs. And he's going to scramble.
But that only lasts so long, though. Like, I mean, you can only, like, unless you, like, legit are Lamar Jackson or, like, you know, like Josh Allen, he doesn't have the build like those guys.
But he's a leader in that locker room, though, man. Like, he brings that vocal.
But he better be. Like, that's, like, the minimum that a quarterback should be doing, though.
Like, he's my quarterback 1 in this class. So I'm not going to give up on Jackson Dart. I do believe he could turn into something like Bo Nix did last year. We'll see.
If he was playing for like Sean Payton and all that, like, you know, that'd just be a little different, you know.
Sure.
And like we knew Bo Nix was gonna start. Like that's also a big difference because like Dart might not play one snap. I mean, well, let me take that back. He might play a couple snaps, you know, if they just throw him in at the end of the season. But like they'd
just
be
like
dumb
Lamar did his rookie year.
Well, no, Lamar pretty much stole the job from Flacco about midway.
Well,
like,
no,
through that
I don't think he ever started, but they did put him in on designed runs and stuff.
Oh, I had my cue set up of what I wanted. Wasn't even paying attention.
Like I don't even mind a landing spot right now because who's the fucking coach right now on the Giants? I know for a fact that coach made other quarterbacks.
Yeah, I mean, isn't it the guy who used to be on the Bills?
Yeah. Yep.
I just can't I don't know. The landing spot's bad. Like if you don't have a run game like at all, like that just makes life worse for like these young QBs. Not even rookie QBs, just young QBs in general.
Wait, Huss, you said you missed. Anthony said you missed your pick.
Yeah, I missed my pick, but I said I had my cue set up. That's who I wanted. Yeah, we were talking and I wasn't paying attention.
Oh, Joshua Dobbs.
Yeah, because I got Drake May also.
Yeah, so I'm in Dynasty League, and I'm gonna take Joshua Dobbs because I have Drake May.
Yeah, who knows if it'll come up, but Josh Dobbs already proved that he is.
And you got my guy, Jacoby Brissett.
I got Kyler Murray in here also.
Well,
yeah, Brian Daboll. There you go, TJ.
Daboll. That's it. Daboll.
Yeah, like that's one thing. Like my brain, like I remember all this shit about players, but it's like I don't know. I've never like opened the spot in my brain to like start focusing on all these coaches and stuff. Like I really like things that I can research down. Yeah, Tucker one with the super sticker. You the man, bro. Yeah, it's things that I can research and I can put down and we can reference. But man, it's like I don't know. I just can't remember shit about like the coaches and their tendencies and stuff. Dayball's one of those guys that we know though, and we know he's done good with quarterbacks. But you know, they also have a lot of bad luck over there because like they have a really shitty line, and that doesn't help a young quarterback either. But yeah. Yeah, I don't have any darts, and I'm okay with it.
Didn't Dayball like help Jalen Hurts?
I can't remember. I mean, I know it was Josh Allen for sure.
Yeah, I think it was that time where Jalen Hurts was like not talked about. People were selling him for like third round rookie picks. Then he fucking blew up the next year.
Yeah, that was one of those ones. I was fully out on Jalen Hurts, just didn't believe it.
I didn't either. I had him and I sold him for like the 301 in a rookie draft.
Yeah, I guess the thing that I wasn't thinking about was you know, them having one of the best lines in the game, and that just makes a difference. Let's see. Tucker one said how many entries he got. Let's see.
1 million.
Yeah, $1 million. 3, 4, 5, 9, 10, 11. You got 11 so far, and that's just for the super chat. So that's not including YouTube memberships and Patreon and all that kind of stuff.
We're coming down to the very last picks, and like Will Howard's still there. Like, I don't believe in Aaron Rodgers, man. He's going to spend a lot of time on his back.
Yeah, but whoever's the quarterback there would be spending a lot of time on their back.
Yeah, especially against the Browns and the fucking Ravens.
Like, that's the thing is, like, also, like, if these guys aren't NFL ready, like, you would rather them sit the year. You know, like, what are you going to do? Like, because the worst thing that you could do is send someone out there too early and their confidence gets shook. Because
Dude,
if
how
they're
is Alan Lazard still on the board?
I mean, who wants Alan Lazard?
Aaron Rodgers wants Alan Lazard.
Chris, we said Dobbins signing or no? I mean, the thing that's weird is like everybody was like so sure that he was signing. Like you went out to eat with the coaches. I mean, that could just be where the meeting fucking took place. Like I don't know why we haven't heard anything about it yet.
It's still too early.
Oh, and Jamie and TJ said, PSA, if you're selling JJ McCarthy, please message me.
I love JJ McCarthy, man. Like in my theory, it's like if Darnold could be a top 10 quarterback, JJ is gonna look like a fucking superstar. And what's to say that he can't be a top 5?
Yeah, I'm just not that hyped on them. I mean, the places that I have them, I'm not selling them because I would wait. Because if he does turn into anything, kind of resembling that, he'll be worth just way more. I'm just way not as hyped on him as everybody else is.
So I just got a message from my girl Brittany, and I'm not gonna answer people's questions unless you hop on our fucking live shows. So let's see if she hops in and asks her question.
Yeah, because we're always doing that, and that's what we want people to come here, ask it live. Then you can get a real answer, anyways. Instead of like
we can talk it out. We could get the chat's opinions and
Allen, Lamar, Hurts, JD, and Burrow say otherwise. Yeah, see, it's like, how's JJ going to end up in the top 5 if those guys are all healthy?
Well, how the fuck did Darnold end up in the top 10?
Well, see, I mean, you said top 5.
I'm saying if Darnold was a top 10, because Darnold sucks. I
mean, he does, but like that's also like if you're a quarterback that's still playing and starting in the NFL 5 years later after you've been drafted, like no matter how much you suck, like you have so much more experience than a rookie who's barely even practiced with the team because he got hurt.
True, but I still look at Darnold as a rookie because he didn't really do
Darnold? I mean, shit. If like, think of it though, like he had little spurts when he was a rookie because we wanted him and Robbie Anderson and shit. Little flashes of those guys. But like that's all it was like flashes. The team was garbage. It's not like he had Justin Jefferson like he did last year.
Let's just say JJ McCarthy's downside is QB 15. His upside is QB 9.
Nah, his downside's way lower than QB 15.
No way. Not with
that's
JJ.
The thing, like you're expecting him not to make mistakes. Like how would you say that a rookie who's never played an NFL game before is going to play mistake-free football for 17 games?
I don't know. Ask Jaden Daniels. We'll figure that out.
Yeah, like I mean, but we're saying that he's gonna run like Jaden Daniels, because that's why. I mean, Jaden Daniels, he didn't throw a lot of bad passes because he tucked it and ran a shitload. Like, is JJ gonna do that, or is he like like that just makes a difference? Like that, not every quarterback has that. Like, remember, like fucking Alex Smith had to teach Mahomes how to check the ball down.
Yeah, you're right. All right. I get
it. That's Patrick fucking Mahomes that we're talking about here. Because he never fucking checked down the ball in college or anything like that. Like, why was it? He was a gunslinger, and like literally sitting and learning for that year from someone who did like, they were like polar opposites. That's probably what was so good because like, the things that Mahomes needed to work on, those were the things that Alex Smith did best.
Dude, have you seen the videos of Mahomes' draft when the Chiefs fans were like, no, why are you picking Mahomes? He sucks.
I mean, that's what I'm just saying. Like, nobody really knows. Like, people act like they know shit about football, but a lot of people just don't.
I act like I know shit.
Well, I mean, it's different when you watch as much as we watch and digest as much stats and shit. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, but it's like ridiculous when like Like I'll make a point about something in the group, and like someone who like I don't know, you could just as a casual fan, like, oh, you probably don't even watch football, huh, bro? That's why you said that. Like, yeah, you got me. I watch no football at all.
Hey, bring up TJ's comment real quick, because I want to mention that Anthony Richardson has also been using this VR the past year, and if you don't have a fucking arm to throw with, what is it going to do?
Yeah, and seeing even that simulates at 1.75 real speed. I mean, see, like even just think about that, like how fast, like first off, how fast those players are coming at him, and like how he has to get rid of the ball like that much quicker. Like that slows down the game. I mean, that's like when the batters go up there and they got like 3 bats in the on deck circle, right? Or like something like that. And it should help your swing. I think it's been proven that it doesn't really do that at all, or what we thought that it does, but at least it helps your mind, think a certain way. And Tucker once said, I don't see Darnold lasting all year. Doesn't play mistake free. I mean, if he doesn't get hurt, like I don't know why people think who went over there? Milroe, right? Milroe's the quarterback that the Seahawks drafted.
Yeah, for Darnold,
yeah, like that. There's
Milroe's not ready to start.
Like you have to be so like. Look at how bad Kirk Cousins did last year. And like a lot of it wasn't even his fault. A lot of it was the line, like just sucking and play calling, like, but also just holding the ball like too long. Yeah, I don't see Darnold losing. I mean, not when you pay him what you pay him. Like that's like another thing too, is like you got to follow the money over everything, because most fans like think with emotion, and they're not thinking about like how much these guys get paid and all that. 9 times out of 10, how much people get paid is going to directly correlate with how much playing time they get or what spot on the depth chart they have.
What up, J Money? Puff, puff, pass.
Let's smoke it up, bro.
Yo.
And here we go for Cowboy fan Tony. And he started off with Lamar and Love. Mason Rudolph later. So only 2. I get a little bit nervous. I mean, you do got Lamar Jackson. As long as he stays healthy, I mean, that's going to be dope. Like either way. I'm going to say B+. B+ there. And then running backs, Chase Brown, Travis Etienne. A little shaky. Yeah, TJ, Jared Verse working out with Aaron Donald. Yeah. And I'm sure Aaron Donald still outworked him, man. Aaron Donald's a fucking monster, dude. Like this guy, like what? I think he was benching like 200-pound dumbbells or some shit, or 150-pound dumbbells. Like it was nothing. Like he's a freak. And he said long before he was playing in the NFL, he was lifting weights, and that's always been one of his passions. So yeah, it's just crazy. Man, doesn't matter, retired or not. He's only like 31, like something like that, or 32, some shit. Okay. Running backs. Ooh, yeah, Brown and Etienne. I'm gonna say B-. Probably should be a C+, but I'm gonna say B-. Jamie, hide your kids, hide your wife.
Hide your kids, hide your wife.
Jamie, so Mark Andrew, drafters this year. Harbaugh said he wants to get Isaiah Likely more involved in the passing game this year. No bueno for Mark Andrews. I mean, they should just run more 12 personnel, because they need Andrews to block, and they should just throw Likely in the slot on the other side or whatever, because like all their wide receivers fucking suck, man. Not all of them, but I mean. Justin Jefferson, Nico. Damn, and how Justin Jefferson fall to the 2-6? Like, that's fucking insane. It was just like all running backs after Chase. Like, that's crazy. And so Jefferson, Nico, Laporta, T. Higgins, Brandon Ayuk. And so that's probably what they're doing. So Mark will see less targets. I mean, maybe. Like, what if Likely's targets are coming instead of throwing to a wide receiver? You know? Because I don't know. Andrews being hurt last year. Jamie, can you look up how many targets Andrews had last year?
Yeah, give me a second.
Doker one said, damn, the one I missed, Jefferson Falls. I mean, you still had to be in the right place. Like, look at that. I mean, I was 2 spots after Jefferson fell. So, like, I wasn't even in a spot where I could get him falling all late like that. I'm going to say an A. Yeah, I mean, it's just crazy. I mean, you got Jefferson at the 2-6, and then you doubled it back with another wide receiver and got Nico.
Hey, so Andrews had 69. 69 total
69, dude.
That's cool. I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
It worked out perfectly. But see, and then how many games did he miss?
Well, remember he was hurt, so he did play week 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, but that's when he was kind of hurt because he got hit by a car. He had 4 catches.
Toyota one said, dang, every draft you be getting Barkley, not bad. I don't know how it happens. Yeah, because yesterday I had like the 10th pick or 9th pick or something. Or no, I don't think I got Barkley in the last one. I think I got Gibbs. But yep, I'm all in, man. I know the schedule is tough too. And like the tougher schedule isn't gonna, not gonna be Bowden nice for 2,000 yards or whatever, but yeah, you got to believe in the line, got to believe in the talent. It's the highest paid running back in the NFL for a reason. So did I even give a grade for the wide receivers? Or I think I said an A, right? Yeah, it's got to be an A there. IDP, Franklin, Sherwood, Parsons, Buda Baker. Vontae David, man, that's a money top 5 right there. And then EJ Speed, Jermaine Pratt, Byard, friend of the show, Jordan Battle. Where is it?
What's up, guys? I'd like to shout out Alex Fantasy Football Hustler and the 420 crew. I also like to let you guys know that defensive players matter too. So get into the IDP league with the Hustler so you can drive players like myself. Let them know, man. Defensive players matter, man. And we make plays just as much as the offense.
Peyton Wilson, nice and late. And then Tranquil. Man, see, it was all nice until Tranquil. Like, I was thinking about giving this team an A. Or giving this defense an A until him.
You're not a Tranquil fan? Because I'm not either.
Nah, man, he fucking sucks, dude. I'll tell you what I think about him.
He's a pedantic, pontificating, pretentious bastard, a belligerent old fart, a worthless, steaming pile of cow dung, figuratively speaking.
Every time I see his name, I think of the tranquilizers, like the fucking pills that you give the horses.
Yeah.
Settle them ass down.
You remember
like...
Jay and Silent Bob?
Yes.
Hey, look at these Silent Bob animal tranquilizers. That shit fucks you up like Percocet.
Yup.
See, I mean, you look last year. Here's his totals. This is why I don't like him. 7, 10, 7, 20, 8, 5, 26. 14, 7, 11, 6, 14, 11, 15, 13, 15. So it's like it's
2 games. 2 games he might be in your lineup.
And it's so blah. Like, I would rather pick someone who has upside. To me, he has 0 upside. So that's why I wouldn't even want him for like something like this. Like if his upside is literally 15, 16 points a game, You know, like I don't even know what the average of that is, but we got multiple fucking single point games, you know, in there where, I mean, shit, if that's cracking your lineup, I mean, you ain't gonna win, you know, this tournament anyways. But that's why I don't like Drew Tranquil. Just for everyone who's like wondering, like, let someone else draft him, because there's zero upside to that guy. Like that's
I don't
why.
think I've ever drafted Tranquil in any league. Let it be redraft, best ball, dynasty.
And I was kind of high on him when he came out. And like after that rookie year, I'm completely out on him, you know? And so I'm just going to keep reminding people about him. Like, do what you got to do in this best ball tournament. I mean, picking the 30th round isn't going to make or break your team, you know, no matter how much I joke about it. But like, don't draft him in a redraft league. Don't draft him in a dynasty league. Like, the dude fucking sucks, man. He's a bum.
He's a bum. He was a bum then, and he's a bum now.
And Jay said, then again, Harbaugh's old school. He wants you to game plan for the wrong shit. He could be full of it. We'll see. Like, that's the thing. Like, what coach is really going to tell you what they're going to do, especially right now? Like, everything that they say is bullshit. Everybody who they talk about is good. You know, like, they don't say anything bad, like, right now about any players. You know, like, that's the kind of shit that stays in the locker room. You know, if someone's fucking up on the field, the coach isn't going to throw him under the bus. You know, I mean, it's not going to happen. Like, so it's all lying season right now. It's all a lie. No matter what you hear, it's a lie. It's the same Glob Jefferson's silent killer. And why are people so high on Genty to where they're grabbing him before Saquon and CD?
No. You don't draft him before Barkley.
Well, I haven't seen him get drafted before Barkley, but I did say, wow, I bet it happens in one of these drafts where, as we get closer to the season, where Genty gets drafted before Bijan, before Barkley, or before Gibbs, like before one of those guys.
It's because he's a generational talent, and people think he's going to get 100% of the snaps.
People are also in dynasty mode as well, too. Like, still,
you have to see it before you believe it, man.
Yeah, that's why I'm really not gonna be like, I'm probably gonna have him in 0 leagues.
See, I was drafting him at the 205, 206 in my early best ball drafts. Now he's going at 107, 108. I'm like, fuck you guys. Like, why?
Oh, see, he said someone in the new league drafted him at 111 before Saquon and CD. Well, that's a dynasty league.
That's different.
Yeah, and like
I have Genty as my 101 in dynasty over Bijan and Gibbs.
Just also over, he said also over Bowers and St. Brown. I mean, seeing like, I don't know. And no matter what, to me, the wide receivers, they're going to be, if we're nitpicking like what position is going to be more valuable, the wide receivers are going to be more valuable, especially when you have to start 3 and their shelf life is just longer.
Yeah. But I do understand getting Genty in the end of the first round of a startup.
Yeah.
I don't build my teams like that. I build my teams around elite wide receivers and quarterbacks.
Yeah. Yeah. And especially it's one of my leagues, you know, where like the quarterbacks, I mean, it's QB premium. Like, QB premium doesn't exist, but that's like something that I'm coining in all my leagues, because like it's 6 point passing, 6 points per passing touchdown. It's 15 yards for every point as opposed to 25, you know? So just those things alone, it makes the QB scoring like elite, you know, in these leagues. Like the QBs as a whole score higher than every other position, like by far, you know. The reason why you would take a Genty is because of position scarcity. But like, I don't know. I'm the type of guy that in a dynasty league, I'm okay taking older running backs. You know, as long as I'm building those quarterbacks and wide receivers, I'm okay taking older running backs and getting them later, because those guys can still help you win right now. And you can always trade for those younger guys. Like, you might not be able to trade for anybody you want, but someone's going to rebuild and someone is going to drop in value, like running back wise. And then that's the time when you buy lower on some of those players. Who knows? Who knows who those will be? And BTJ is there. Puka's there. London's there. I feel like I'm not that high on them. Yeah, I'm not that high. It's just not that high on running backs. Like, that's why. But yeah, like Genty being top 12 dynasty asset in a super flex, I don't see it, you know? Like, where would you put him, Jamie, in just your overall dynasty rankings? Where does he sit?
Who are we talking about?
Genty.
So overall, I'd put him in that like 13th, 14th overall.
Yeah, see, I mean, that's still like beginning of the second round. I mean, and even then, I mean, I feel like that's pretty high for him as well. I mean, that's almost high for any running back, you know, I feel. All right. Sorry, Tony. And do you work tomorrow? You work on Sundays? I don't think you do, but I know you get up hella early. It's on the early clock. So let me see. So I think I stopped at the IDP, and like Drew Tranquil is the weak spot here. I mean, I like Battle and Byard as your kind of end to bench guys. Pratt and Speed. I mean, assuming that Speed gets like a normal roll over there, which he should. Yeah, I mean, I like that. And I mean, your top 5. I mean, even getting Parsons, I don't really like getting Michael Parsons all that much, but you got him as your number 3, and you got him around 13. Saquon jumping over the Dookie.
Dude, he says, "Hold my beer."
So yeah, you know what? I am gonna give this an A, but like I said, Drew Tranquil almost ruined it for you, almost, because he's so blah that like he almost doesn't even deserve to be a part of an A build. But yeah, and one of the reasons why, if you didn't get Franklin where you got him, this wouldn't be an A. Like if Sherwood would have started everything, it wouldn't be an A to me. Like you gotta have the top heaviness, and to me, Franklin, Sherwood, Buda Baker, that's the top heaviness here, and Levante David. Dude, this guy just got rocked in the UFC fight. He's been knocked down twice in this round. TJ said I've been stuck in a K-hole. It's crazy. What the hell is a K-hole? And Jay Mice, you guys looking real Japanese. You already know, man.
Dude, I didn't even take a hit of weed yet all night. I've been drinking. So this is my first fucking hit right now.
And Tony said, I use your top 25 list on Patreon for IDP. I mean, as you should. And like, you know, is my list going to be 100% perfect? Like, will all 25 of those guys finish inside the top 25? Probably not, because there's going to be some guys that are injured. But I've been doing this long enough to where I hit way more than I miss when it comes to IDP. And like this scoring system, IDP 1, 2, 3, that Sleeper uses as their default scoring, like I created a scoring system that was like 99% similar to this in like 2010. And like I was kind of tweaking it for like 2 or 3 years. So like this is a scoring system that I've been playing on myself for like over 10 years, you know, now. And the only difference between IDP 1, 2, 3 and my scoring that I had for my league for the longest time was that I put defensive touchdowns as 10 points instead of 6. That's literally the only difference between IDP, because I just feel like the defensive touchdowns happen so little that like extra couple points, you know, for that, like, I mean, should be warranted. But just to make things easier, because like yeah, that IDP 1, 2, 3, I mean, even a lot of it's even based on like leagues that I created before that they pulled the scoring from, because it was Jordan Raines who created that. And Anthony said, I got 7 of your top 25. I mean, that's why. Like, I mean, you look at the top heaviness. I mean, and like I said, Micah Parsons, he's the sore thumb that sticks out in that top 5. Like, if you would have picked Bobby Okereke instead of Micah Parsons, like, man, that I feel like that top 5 would have been like just nasty. Looking to see anybody else. Oh, if you were to pick Henley instead of Parsons, like, thanks for not picking him because I picked Henley the next round after that. And Stranger said, just now puffing after being on the show this long. I mean, I know, right?
Hey, dude, I try to get drunk as fuck, as drunk as I can, then I smoke my weed.
Crazy crossfade be coming in. All right.
I'm looking at Henley, man. Like, I need to move that dude way the fuck up because
he needs to be at the top of your. He needs to be not at the top of your list, but he needs to be like.
He needs to be above Josie Jewell. He needs to be above Lucan. He needs to be above Singleton.
I have him. I'm pretty sure I have him as number 5 overall.
He needs to be above.
That's how high he is. I think I have him right behind Sherwood.
Right behind Sherwood?
Yeah, like one behind Sherwood.
Like right now, I have Sherwood and Spillane kind of in that range. So put him in between Spillane and Sherwood.
Well, actually, hold on. Let me see where I have him because I know I have Spillane in
I think
there
he needs
also.
to go above like Ernest Jones.
I'll tell you where
Adrian Cooper's way too high on some people's list. Cashman, I love Cashman, man, but I don't think he belongs in the top 10. I've seen him. I've seen him there. And it's insane. He was one of my last picks last year in this tournament in the rounds 30 to 35.
Yeah.
And now some people are putting him in the top 10 of the linebackers.
It's because he killed it, man. Killed it last
year. Too high. You can't.
It is. It is too high. And all right, let me see. Here's my. Let me see. Where do I have them? Actually, I guess I need to go update this shit because I have Henley lower. I have him at 15. I definitely need to move him up. I guess I thought that I already rewrote this, and I
have him at 21.
Yeah.
So I need to fucking move him up.
Yeah, I have him at 15. He should be higher. Definitely should be. Okay.
All right. So we're it
was the ketamine that we were talking about. That K. There we go. Yeah, thanks, Tony. You're more familiar with my list. I need to go reshuffle that list a little bit and also increase it and make it a little longer. It's only up.
You got to remember, this is a Bayesian process. We are in fantasy football where it's going to change constantly.
Yeah, he said I got your IDP list screenshot on my phone. Boom, man. See, that's smart man. Smart. Well, it's about to change because once I get a couple seconds to breathe, Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. That's when because re-upping the rankings and making it longer and making individual positional rankings for IDP. That's on my next order of business over this next week. So be on the lookout for that. And I will eventually get to offense, but it's one of those things. It's so hard to keep up with everything. I feel like IDP rankings would be more valuable. And so I'm going to put that on Patreon first. I'm going to make little videos around that. And then probably come mid-June, late June. I mean, that's probably when I'll start getting into offensive rankings.
Well, Alex, why don't you focus on your defense? I'll send you a list of my offense, and you could tweak it and just post my shit.
I like it.
With your shit. Tweak.
And Guap said, does Jamie go live even when he's not on here with you? On different channels, yeah.
I do. It sucks. I'm on a fantasy six-pack every Wednesday night at 9:30 Eastern. I go live for a Dynasty podcast, but you only need to listen to 7-8 minutes of that show to get all my takes, and it's a 2-hour fucking show.
Yeah. And seeing and I mean, if you're down to do something like that, maybe we just put your rankings on its own post, in Patreon, And because I have there's a little collections tab on the home page, and you click collections, and then you click 2025 draft prep, and then there's like a dozen articles or whatever, I mean, dozen posts or whatever that just have different information. So like, let me just go read what's available just in case people don't know. So the top 25 IDP rookie ranks, offensive rookie ranks, offensive line ranking, 1 through 10, 11 through 20, 21 through 32. I might have to go update that since the Lions lost one of their guys. And then there's a post about the cornerbacks who allowed the fewest yards per target last year. So you can kind of, I mean, those will be for like your wide receiver, kind of matchups, just get things on your radar now. Missed tackle forced rate, the best running backs who were at the top of that advanced metric. And then I have a whole 2025 like strength of schedule like in there as well.
I need to read that.
And then also broke it down: QB strength of schedule, running back strength of schedule, wide receiver strength of schedule, and tight end strength of schedule. So those things I did do for offense, and it's not every single team broken down, but you'll like for the running backs, for example. And all of these have, just different versions of it for the position. Best overall schedule, worst overall schedule, best first 5 games, worst first 5 games. Best playoff schedule, worst playoff schedule. So those are the things that I broke down for each positional group. And it's like top 5 at each position, top 5 for each of those categories that I just mentioned.
Yeah, that's deep, man. So if you go through all that, and then I'll give like my seasonal rankings, put my best ball rankings. People don't understand when I do my seasonal rankings, they are different than best ball because best ball is a whole different game.
Yeah,
they're like, why do you have this guy ahead of this person?
There's still similarities, right? But there's like huge differences at the same time, though, right?
Exactly. Then I do like my full dynasty rankings, but I also do a rookie rankings. So like if you look at my rookie rankings, go look where I have them in my seasonal. That gives you an idea. Is this guy a top 20 receiver? Is this guy a top 30 receiver? But I also do offensive. I look at the offense, the lines, and I kind of.
And no, Guap, it's a different channel, but that's what he was saying. That's why he's saying he's gonna be here more, so he'll be. And we'll figure something out. But we're gonna get Jamie on the show more, and it's gonna be my goal over the next like handful of months to try to get a couple people. Even in addition to Jamie will probably be on more than anybody else, but just try to get some different personalities for different things, even if they just come on for like one segment, during a morning show or, whatever.
That'd be awesome. I love watching you in my mornings because I would be at work and I'd have you on my phone, just listening to you in my earbud.
Yeah.
I would comment here and there when I can.
Yeah, like we had the morning show today for the draft. I saw you popped in the chat.
Yeah. I get your I'm subscribed. I obviously put the bell notifications on. So if you hit that bell, as soon as Alex goes live, you'll get the notification on your phone.
Yeah.
So if you go check the time and work and be like, oh, Alex is live, fucking hop in for a minute, say what's up to us.
Hell yeah, man. All right, and let's get through the rest of Tony's team here. We just really need to do the bench, and so the bench starts with my boy Blue and Firemouth, Otten, Bateman, Quentin Johnston, Dalton Schultz.
Wow, I don't like any of those people.
Sanders, Theo Huxtable Johnson, Kendre Miller, Deontay Johnson, Wicks, then Juwanna Man Johnson and Turpin.
Oh, come on, dude. You could have done better than that.
Yeah, the only guys who I like on your bench are Firemouth and Otten. I mean, could Blue be something like maybe, but you probably didn't have to draft him. like that early. I'm just.
So you're
Can't
going to be
fault
disappointed
it.
if Blue gets you 325 yards rushing, 38 catches, and 100.
I mean, if he doesn't score more than like 10 points in any game, he's going to be pretty useless to your team. And that's what I feel is like, he's going to be third fiddle for a lot of this, year one. Bad line as well. A lot of issues.
I've seen Blue drafted before Tootin in rookie draft. And I'm like, what the fuck are you guys doing? Are you smoking crack?
So I'm gonna give that a C plus.
I'm gonna give it a C minus.
Okay. And then
I don't like it.
And then give me one quick second. Someone invited someone to one of these leagues.
I am a fan of Bateman. Alex is not.
No, I'm not.
Me giving a team with Bateman, a guy that I like, C minus, just because you have Quentin Johnston. Come on, man. Schultz ain't gonna do shit.
So how did this all shape out? So yeah, it was a B plus, a B minus, in A and an A. Just even getting Justin Jefferson at 2.6, man, like that's like it shouldn't have happened. And I don't know, like I mean, anybody else who's there, like if you would have put Puka in that same spot, probably still could have been an A, but it's like those guys just don't usually fall right there. And then you got Laporta and Higgins. You got Higgins hella late.
I would have went a different route besides Laporta.
Right.
But I do love the Higgins pick, so I'm gonna have to give that an A too.
Yeah, and so it's the running backs. I mean, your wide receiver is so good that it kind of brought down your running backs a little bit. If you would have picked a running back over Kincaid, that might have like made things a little different as well. I mean, kind of needed to pick Zaire Franklin to like have that A in the IDP. So like, it's tough to say like you should have picked someone else with that because then you wouldn't have got an A on the IDP. But like this one is really fucking. This one's a really fucking good team, man. And from right in the middle, those running backs hurt though. That's for sure. Like,
well,
I mean,
man,
you don't have any depth like on your like. That's what what ruins a lot of things for my opinion on this team is like, dude, if your running backs do not stay healthy, like this great team that you drafted,
you only have 4 running backs total.
Yeah,
and 2 of them are good. The other 2 are.
And I don't even know if I'd consider ETN good. Like I feel like ETN's mid at this point. Like Brown's good,
Yeah, Brown's good. Let's say Brown's RB 14. You still drafted him too early.
Yeah, Brown said it right there. James Conner instead of Laporta. Yeah, I took James Conner 2 picks after. Yeah, if you had James Conner there, I mean, not like one person makes like that like an ultimate, difference on the team. But I probably still would have thought of your wide receivers and pass catchers the same, and that would have just massively improved your running back situation in my eyes.
Well, even over Laporta, you could have got James Conner, RJ Harvey, Quinshon Judkins. I would have took any of those guys over Laporta.
And David Montgomery went like a round later still too, so like he could have still been in the mix as well.
No, wait, Monty went after Higgins. I love that Higgins pick though.
Yeah, I mean, I was debating on it was Mike Evans or Higgins, and I took Mike Evans this time. But yeah, that's the big thing that brings this down in my eyes is the running backs. I mean, the bench definitely brings it down a little bit, but man, yeah, I mean, this team is like so good though, and I feel like even with those issues, I feel like I still want to give it an 88, even with those issues that you have.
85 and a half.
There you go. Yeah, man, this is a dope ass squad, and but yeah, you gotta You got to remember to get, like, if you're not going to draft a bunch of running backs in your starters, you got to remember to, like, get depth, you know, because, like, you don't want one injury to fuck up a really good team. Like, that would suck if, like, one injury fucked up an entire good team.
Like, if you look at one of my teams where I have 1.5 starters at running back, I go, like, 7 on my bench. Like, I'll draft guys, like, that could possibly get like 30% of snaps just because
you need the depth. You need the depth.
Like Taj Brooks is a good example. You got Chase Brown.
Yeah, even if you get just the guys to back up Chase Brown, that's a thing. Like get the ETN. If you would have got Tracy and Bigsby and Tootin, you know, like somehow, then you lock down that whole running back room.
Yeah, exactly. You got to go more depth, man. And you got to also remember scarcity. There's running back scarcity. So in a tournament like this, I noticed you need to take at least 2 running backs in the first 7 rounds. 2 in the first 7. You can't go to your 8th round to get your second running back.
Yeah. Because if you would have picked Connor in the 6th or Montgomery in the 7th,
I would have felt more comfortable.
Yeah. Because then ETN's a flex guy, you know, then he's not like as important to your team, you know, at least right off the bat. But he's like the running back too. That makes me nervous.
But shit, he picked ETN over Caleb Johnson, didn't he? I would have went Caleb. I would have felt more comfortable and I would have raised a grade.
Yeah, I wouldn't have felt more comfortable. I would have felt the same.
Over ETN, I mean, come on. Caleb's the only guy in that offense.
He's not the only guy. Warren's still going to be there.
Warren, but you still got to remember the way.
Now you got DK, you got Freiermuth. Like all these guys are going to be parts of the offense.
I look at that offense right now. What they're going to do is they're bringing in an old ass guy. Remember when Peyton Manning went to the Broncos, won a Super Bowl? He was old, but he only passed it like 20, maybe like 18 to 22 times a game.
Well, no, you're thinking about the year that they won the Super Bowl.
That's the year they won the Super Bowl.
That's not the year that he went over there, though.
Yeah,
like the year before that, 2013. That's still like the highest scoring offense like ever in fantasy football.
But what they did is they controlled the ball. They ran it a lot, and they only had.
Well, you're thinking when Peyton Manning was dead, so maybe that. But
Aaron Rodgers is fucking dead, dude. He shouldn't even be on a roster right now.
Yeah, Peyton was a shell of himself that year, though. That year he got hurt and he missed games and all that.
But I'm trying to say that they need to use Rodgers like that, and he needs to be a game manager to where they need to run the ball and use Warren and Caleb Johnson.
And Jay Money said, seems pretty hard to get a score A overall. Seems like the best scores is a B plus. Said A is pretty tough to get. Yeah, for sure it is, because we're not drafting with a bunch of dumbasses.
The only way to get an A is if you have other people in your league let value fall. So you have to have like 8 dumbasses in your league, and there's 4 sharks, and they're just going to grab the value. You can't do that in leagues like this.
Yeah. I mean, even with what he got, I mean, there's not even that many people that get A's at multiple positions, you know, let alone an A overall.
I've seen in the past, there was C minuses that made it to the playoffs in the final 100 teams.
Yeah.
So it's not about the grades. It's like correlations and.
Yeah, the grades are really just for fun, you know, like, I mean, we never know how these are going to do, but it is based on this exact scoring. You know, that's how I'll grade people, because a lot of people don't play in the type of scoring that we play in, you know, the QB premium, the tight end premium, IDP, the extra little bonuses, 2.0 PPR, you know, there's like so many differences from like the default leagues. And the grades are more or less just to give some recap. But yeah. It's impossible to get an A. I would say, because there's never going to be that many dumbasses like drafting all at once. Like, as good as like I felt like I've even got some of my teams, like 88 might be the highest that I've ever graded like one of my teams, and more often than not, it's probably like an 86 or an 85. You know, depends on how many sharks are in the fucking draft.
And another thing, we don't even grade off of correlation to where like week 16, 17, where you have the game matchup where you have like all the receivers, the running backs, and people going up against each other in that game. Let's say like the Browns face Cincinnati that week. You would get like some Browns players like Judkins and correlate them with Jamar Chase. That means you're going to get most of the points that week. People fucking do this. They go deep dives into week 16 and 17 matchups.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine doing that. Like, that's way too far beyond me. So we're not even.
It's tough to draft based on that. Like, I mean, that those could be little tiebreakers, or like, oh, okay, yeah, these guys got good games. Let me try to, just remember to get some extra guys.
So if you look at your teams and we're grading them off just value, right? But you're like, well, I have this week 16 and 17 correlation with these guys going up against this guy. We're just automatically put it up half a point.
And see, and look at this, Tony. He keeps track of all of his scores. So it started off 84, 84, 86, 87, 85, 82, 86, 86, 86, 88.
Dude, 88, you're getting better, man. I saw an 82 and you're now at 88. So that could be a 91 in my mind.
Yeah, because either way, I always grade tough, like, I mean, that's one thing is like, I always grade tough, but it's also because like we need to keep our own egos in check a little bit too. Like, I mean, if everyone's just getting an A every time they grade, every time we grade or whatever, then we're just going to think our shit don't stink. It's going to make us stop working. That's why we do this shit, to like stay in the gym and keep on working.
Improve every day.
Here goes Brown squad here. So he starts with Purdy and Tua, Flacco later, and Pickett. Okay, smart move to lock down both of them. And then you got Mac Jones. Who? Mac Jones.
Who?
Mac Jones. But he didn't get Zach Allen though. If you would have got Zach Allen, that would have or not Zach Allen, Zach Wilson. That would have got you bumped up an extra grade. So
no, I would have lowered you a grade if you drafted him.
Yeah. So Purdy is a B to me. 2 is like a B minus to me. So because there's no depth, we're just going to call that a B minus. And running backs, I mean, CMC and Derrick Henry. I mean, to me, Derrick Henry is still an A. CMC is a B plus.
CMC technically be an A also.
I'm putting that B plus because of the injury like last year and how much he fucked us. Like that's I'll be honest about that. Like, could he be what he once was? Like, yeah, for sure. But I feel like I can't make him an A coming off of the year that he just came off of. That's why he's a B plus in my eyes. I got I'm always scouring the internet for different things, podcasts with NFL players and stuff. Derrick Henry was on a podcast recently. I think it was for someone who's with the Yahoo network. And they told Derrick Henry
yards, baby.
If he gets 2,000 yards, he's going to be in an Adam Sandler movie because he loves Adam Sandler so much. And he was bringing that up. And he was like, hey, you get 2,000 yards. It's like, I'll make that happen. And not Adam Sandler who said that.
I guarantee he will get a 2,000 yards.
Dude, I'm just saying
for that reason.
Hey, that's a pretty cool fucking incentive. That's a pretty cool fucking incentive. Dude, and peace out, Anthony. He said, great show. He said, love Jamie's insight in addition to Huss. He says, nearly midnight. And he said, good night, guys. Peace out, brother.
Peace out, brother. What if they make Ace Ventura 3?
Oh, man, that'd be ridiculous.
and have Derrick Henry in Ace Ventura 3 in a psych ward. Because you remember that fucking scene where he was in a tutu?
Yeah.
They have to like recreate that somehow. Joke with Derrick Henry.
Nice. And Brown said he saw that. That was a cool interview. Yeah, definitely, man. It is I mean, that's one thing that's like super cool about the day and age that we're living in with like podcasts being like such a thing, because like, I mean, you have to scour the internet a little bit for it, you know, and I'm always trying to scour the internet to find these things. But it's cool how if you're like tapped in, you just learn more about these guys, you know, and dude, Derrick Henry, man, like he just doesn't seem like he's one of the oldest running backs in the league, you know, just the way
You gotta remember it took him
like,
like he was on the bench for like 3 years straight.
Yeah, at least 2 behind DeMarco Murray's ass.
Yeah. So you got to remember, like he was considered like fresh legs, a talent coming in,
and he killed it at Alabama too. Like that's what's crazy, and he still came in, had to sit.
So we need to find the next Derrick Henry. Who right now is sitting for like 2 years? Talent. Roshan Johnson. 101. Let's make Roshan the next Derrick Henry, bro.
Derrick Henry 2.0.
Yep, that's Roshan, baby.
Okay, so B- on that. Let's see. J- said, I think the formula is grab 2 wide receivers, round 1 and 2, 2 RBs, round 3 and 4, Mixon, Walker, Kamara, and then grab your Patrick Mahomes and your tight end. He said, well, I mean, that's single QB. In redraft, I'm probably going wide receiver, running back. Wide receiver, running back, or like running back, wide receiver, running back, wide receiver. Just because if you can build evenly for those first couple rounds, that's like the best. And then I feel then you just go like, I mean, hopefully you're picking, you know, best available at the time. But I feel like, you know, you have to pick you have to be very disciplined to like make sure. We're talking redraft leagues, I'm assuming, not dynasty, just regular redraft leagues. That's how I would do it in a single QB. I'd go one after the other, wide receiver, running back, or vice versa, and then wide receiver, running back. And then I wouldn't get quarterback right away. I'd probably wait. Like I'd wait a round or two, and then a Baker Mayfield, a Goff, you know, something like that. Unless it's one of those whack ass scoring quarterback leagues where like Jalen Hurts is like super crazy valuable because of his rushing ability, you know, then I might go with him or Jaden Daniels, you know, instead. That's if it's one of those where the rushing QBs, even Drake May, I'd get Drake May hella late in a league like that. You could probably get a Baker Mayfield or a Goff and then double back with like a Drake May, like somewhere later in the draft. And then you got your rushing quarterback as well.
Yeah, because you could easily get a wide running back receiver in the first round and 2. Then you don't have to commit to round 3 or 4. So you have your options to go another running back or receiver, whoever falls.
Yeah.
So, but if you take receiver, you're kind of committed to take a running back in round 3, and you're like, I don't like these guys that fell. Well, what if you went running back round 1, receiver round 2, then round 3? You have the option to pick one or the other.
Yeah,
same as round 4,
and then just do the opposite. Whatever you go round 3, just do the opposite round 4. Like take your best available in round 3. But I'm telling you, man, like that's the way that I've won more leagues than anything is wide receiver, running back, wide receiver, like just starting that way and then building from there. Because yeah, if you get 2 guys who are like, you know, guys who you might think are potential top 5 guys with those picks, and obviously depends on where you're picking, you know, in the draft. But yeah, that's can't tell you how many leagues I've won.
And don't reach on a quarterback. Don't get those top 2-3 guys. Don't go out for Allen in the 3rd round, Jaden Daniels in the 3rd or 4th, Lamar in the 3rd or 4th. Skip those because in the 7th and 8th, you can get like the 10th, the 7th ranked guy.
Yeah. That's why I'm not really a fan of like single QB leagues, because it everybody has the same strategy, just get running backs and wide receivers, and then get a QB late, mix in a tight end somewhere in there. And that's why I like the super flex more than anything, because then you have people with different types of strategies. Your skill players fall a little bit farther because these quarterbacks are going a little bit earlier. And Jay said because all the top 10 wide receivers are gone round 1 and 2. I mean, but how though? If it's a 12-team league, like every wide receiver can't be gone. Every top 10 wide receiver can't be gone in round 1, because it's probably going to be a good mix of like half running backs, half wide receivers.
And where are you drafting? Because if you're drafting in the middle of the rounds, grab a Bijan, Gibbs, if you can get one of the top 3, and then when it comes back around to you, grab a London, because London's top 10.
All right, back to Brown's team here. Sorry, Brown. So we were talking about the running backs, and then Derrick Henry and CMC, and you also got Aaron Jones in the mix.
That's pretty late on Aaron Jones. That's not. I love that value.
I think, it's either a B+ or an A, and that's what I'm kind of like thinking about like right now. And I feel like I am going to give it an A. Let's see the wide receivers though. London, JSN, DK, Myers, Reed.
So I've taken London, but like when I'm looking at London, I see JSN on the board, and I'm like, I'm gonna try to get him the very next round because they're so close, and he got them 4 rounds apart.
Yeah. Hell yeah, dude. And so yeah, I like it. I'm gonna say a B+ for that.
Yeah, B+. Only because it would have been like an A if you would have taken like Lamb over Henry.
Yeah.
And still got London. So like Lamb, London, JSN, Metcalf, that would have been an A.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to sacrifice your positions, and getting Henry made your running backs an A. So
yeah,
we can't be stacked at every position.
No,
you have to sacrifice.
Still a B+ though for me.
I love it. Yeah, it's a B+. So like having that B+ plus that A at running back, I love this.
B- at QB though, and see, there's always going to be a sacrifice somewhere.
Yeah.
And let's see, IDP, Zach Bond, Caden Ellis. No sacrifice at the top of his IDPs, that's for sure. Logan Wilson. Oh, he got in the zone.
Get in the zone.
The anal zone. And then you fucker got Zach Allen in got fucking Zach Allen in the 24th.
Oh, you motherfuckers.
I would have took Metellus over Joseph. That would have raised it up for me, but everything else of that is awesome.
Yeah, Metellus though, with the exit of Cam Bynum, Metellus' value, he's gonna score more points this year than he did last year. So
favorite IDP for Dynasty.
Pace, Quentin Lake. Yeah, and then you fucking took Alontae Taylor in the 30th. I was like looking for him in the 31st. And I was like, wait, what the fuck? Brown already drafted him?
He knows your tendencies, man.
Like literally a round ahead of me on multiple guys.
I guarantee you these motherfuckers are taking notes and being like, oh, Alex likes this guy. I'm going to fucking snipe him.
And see, it only takes a couple times for me to get sniped by people to where, okay, this guy, a couple rounds earlier. And it's just
what's cool about Alex is he's not gonna hide it from you. He's gonna let it show, and he's gonna let it known. Hey, this guy needs to be raised a little bit, so I'm gonna take him a little bit higher. So if you want him from me, now you have to take him 2 rounds ahead.
Yeah, it's just that I don't know. Just like if you're bidding on somebody and who's got to bid higher, it's like we'll keep raising that value until it's too high for me, and then you can keep getting that person there. I'll just get them later.
You can even bluff them.
All right, hold on 1 second because we got someone who needs some links here. I'm just gonna throw them in the chat. So we got, let's see.
Who we still got in the chat? Jay Money's in the chat. Crispy's in the chat. Brown, you still there? Anthony.
Okay, there we go. Got those shared. And thanks, Tony, for inviting some friends. We appreciate it. Okay. And after Alontae Taylor, it was Dodson and Ashton Davis. So how many did you get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. He got it. He got his 13. He always gets a shitload.
Friday the 13th.
I'm gonna say B plus.
Part of these fuckers.
I'm gonna say B plus on that. And hey, we are gonna have a Friday the 13th draft. I didn't really feel like changing divisions around, so I just kept it in the same order. But let me see when.
I might want to join that. We'll do the Friday the 13th one. As long as I don't have my kids that weekend.
Let me see. Yeah, it is. Wait, where the hell? Yeah, wait, let me just look at the calendar. But yeah, when the hell is there's a Friday the 13th coming up here? Or maybe yeah, see it's next Friday. It's next Friday.
I got my kids, so I won't be able to make it.
Okay. Yeah, let me see. What is next Friday? I think it's gonna be the Cool Runnings division.
Oh, that was a great movie, man. I watched that about a year and a half ago. I rewatched it. Great fucking movie.
And Brown said, "Hi. To be fair, I was taking Zach Allen in the 33rd a month ago, and then Crispy fucked that all up." Yeah, and I know it was a lot better fighting you for him in the 30s. You know, because I mean, I was getting him a bunch in the 30s also, and he's just so low. Like I was just, you got to remember to like put him into your queue like early. But yeah, and hey, look at this. We only need 2 more for the slow draft that is filling up. This is number 102. This is the Chuck and Tito. It's a 30 for 30. Chuck Liddell and
Tito Ortiz.
And Tito Ortiz. Yeah, exactly. I couldn't think of his last name.
If you would have said it was a Chuck Norris draft, I would have joined it. But I can't deal with Tito Ortiz, man. That dude's the biggest dumbass you've ever seen. Watch his interviews. He says the stupidest shit. Like
I remember watching him on the Celebrity Apprentice. I remember watching him on the Celebrity Apprentice back in the day.
I'm gonna be honest, dude. Like I smoke and I drink. I love to fucking hang out, talk football. But this motherfucker, when he does interviews, he says the stupidest shit.
Yeah.
Where he'll tell people randomly his penis is small.
Yeah.
Not a big Tito Ortiz fan.
And so bench for Brown: Tucker Kraft, Ray Davis, Pat Bryant, Roman Wilson, shit in the 19th. Demario Douglas. Yeah, and Crispy said it's not like he's literally in the draft. Yeah, exactly. It's just the name. The rookie Ferguson on the Rams, Taj Brooks, Marshawn Lloyd, Ben Schnott, and Tyler Conklin.
I love that Conklin pick. How the fuck are you guys letting Conklin fall this far? You're taking Sanat over Conklin? That's retarded.
I mean, he took Schnott over Conklin. I don't
Exactly.
know. I don't know. Chargers they're pretty blah with their tight end play.
It doesn't matter. Like Sanat's not even going to play the whole year.
Well, I'm not talking about that. I don't know why people pick Ben Schnott, but and that's why I call him Ben Schnott. Like, I mean, I literally make fun of him.
He's not going to play this year.
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't pick him like either way. But no, I'm talking about Conklin though. Like, I don't know, like should he have not picked Ben Schnott? Like, yeah, probably not. But I don't know. I'm like totally
so
out
the Chargers, they only they have the main target, McConkey. They have Trey Harris. They're going to give 4 targets a game to Quentin Brickhands. Whatever his name is, Johnston.
Yeah.
Conklin is the main tight end because Disley is good, but he failed to stay healthy. He was pretty much.
Well, the tight end play has just been whack, like over the last couple years. And I mean, I know it's a new regime and stuff, but like even last year, like it's whack.
You have to take a shot on Conklin. I think he could be a top 15 to 20 type tight end.
Well, yeah, I don't think anybody would deny that. I think it's just like once you get past like the top like 12 or whatever, like everybody just sucks.
Well, Conklin was probably like the 30th tight end?
Probably more, maybe even more than that. I don't know.
I'll count them. Go ahead with your grade.
I mean, I don't really like the bench.
I like Roman Wilson.
Yeah. In the 19th round, though, it makes me like him less. Yeah, I'm gonna say a C+ on the bench. Like it almost feels like a B-, but yeah, I don't know. I don't think so. So overall, this would make it was a B-, an A, a B+, a B+, and then a C+. I would say that this one feels like an 87. I'm going to say an 87.
So Conklin was drafted outside the top 30 tight ends. I think he should be over Schultz, who went the whole 15 rounds earlier.
Mm-hmm.
I would put him around Okonkwo, who went in the 21st round.
J Money said, "Great movie from the 90s. Nobody talks about his Total Recall." Yeah, I don't even remember seeing that.
Do you remember the 3 titty? You got 3 titty lady? Dude, I watched that movie when I was 7 years old for the first time. My uncle showed me. I was 7 years old, and my fucking uncle showed me Total Recall. And I think we watched The Terminator right afterwards. Because back in the 80s, fucking 30-year-old fucking uncles showed Terminator and Total Recall to their fucking 7-year-old nephews.
For sure, man. I don't remember who showed me Terminator, but I definitely I remember having Terminator on VHS and like watching that at like 8, 8, 9, 10, like just.
Oh, who remembers the 3 titty lady in Total Recall?
Yeah, see, I don't remember Total Recall at all. I don't even think I've seen that. And then Jay Money said, yes, Tito Ortiz does have CTE, so he can't speak certain words right, and he forgets what he's talking about.
I do the same thing.
Yeah, for me, I blame it on the weed. Other people get, they blame it on getting punched in the face. And Stranger said, trivia, which of the 3 boobs was fake?
I think it was the far left, but it was the far left one, but like when we saw it on screen, it was mirrored, so I guess it was the right boob that was fake. It wasn't the middle.
So if you're looking, you're talking like if you're looking at it, it's on the left side, but you're talking about the right side of your body.
Yeah, it was the one because you can totally tell the fake one when you watch it.
And Jay Money said, yes, you're burning brain cells, so you're only forgetting about what you learned in school. At least the unimportant stuff, right? Because, when I smoke weed, it enhances all of these stats in my brain and, makes me, think of things in a different way, and so it's actually a cheat code, for me when it comes to, fantasy advice. But, yeah, I wonder what kind of things, what kind of things are being forgot about when I smoke weed. Probably a lot of childhood trauma, probably. And trick question, all 3 were prosthetic. Oh, so they were all fake, huh?
No.
You just ruined Jamie. Don't ruin Jamie's childhood.
I remember seeing fucking 3 real titties.
3 real ones. Oh man, Strangers ruining Jamie's childhood right now. Don't do it. Don't do it. All 3 were fake. That's what you're saying. All 3.
No way. How would they do that? There was no AI back in the day.
No, prosthetic. He said.
No, there were still titties shown.
And so we got. I think that was the 3rd fight that just happened. Let's see. Oh wait, no. The next fight's the main event. Yes. Woo. Interesting. All 3 of them were fake, huh? Prosthetic chest plate on the flat chick. Jay Money, I remember all 3 titties looking like speed bags for boxing. Did that change a lot for you, Jamie?
Yeah, no, I'm looking it up now, man. Keep blocking them out. Like, why are you blocking my titties out? Why can't I look up your fucking titties?
Yeah, I'm gonna zoom out here so everyone can see the whole board. I like my squad, man. I like my squad. Yeah, I can't wait to watch this this main event right now.
Dude, that Mallory dude is gonna fuck that dude up.
He's a beast, man. I bet you after losing that last fight, gonna be fighting with a chip on his shoulder.
All right, you guys see my screen?
Yeah. Move your head. Yeah, man, those are fake.
Yeah, but they're still her fucking tits.
No, they're fake.
Then in the 90s, like the 80s.
No, not fake, like silicone. fake like those aren't coming out of her body. That's makeup.
Well, they're still her tits. If you look at, they're all the perfect roundness. And what they did is they superimposed her one titty.
I could see based on that picture that all three of those are fake.
So if they are fake, they still had to have taken the picture of them.
Well, no, not fake, like, like silicone. Like, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking the entire thing is fake.
But they're still nice titties, though.
Look, that goes with Crispy's next question. He said, sorry, Jamie, you rubbed out to prosthetic tits. Said the chest piece went to her belly button and took hours to apply.
So you're saying
look at that. Like, that is not like regular boobs aren't that far apart, because like obviously it would be like the middle one that would be like
it's superimposed, yes, but like one of them titties are still her real tit.
No, they're not, man.
Have you watched the movie though?
I'm just based off of that picture. I believe Stranger. I don't think Stranger's bullshitting us.
Like
Stranger's not bullshitting us. I'm sure we could go Google this shit. Got to be Googleable.
What we need to do is take the DeLorean back in time and watch them film this and look at her real titties. And then we'll bring it
back in time.
I'm gonna make sure I take a picture of them, and one of those titties have to be real. One of them. There's 3 on the screen. 1 out of 3 are gonna be real.
And Jay Money said you were that kid that went to bed thinking about all 3 of them, and he said you know a lot about them. He said those speed bags.
All right, enough about titties. Let's get back to this grading.
I mean, that's it on the grades. Brown was the last one, so a lot of people are just out and about tonight.
Here, let's grade Crispy. Crispy, you get an A+.
Yeah, Crispy gets an A+ because he didn't show up.
Yeah, you weren't in this draft, and this was the best team that you ever drafted in this whole tournament. So I'm gonna give you an A+.
Less, A+ because you didn't snipe me in this draft. Yeah. All right. Well, I think it's about that time. Stay through the credits, guys. There we go. Here we go. All right. Salute to our executive producers. Salute to the producers.
Oh, I see Pam's name in there.
Salute to the co-producers. Salute to the associate producers. Salute to the epic supporters. Salute to the awesome supporters. And peace out, stranger. Peace out to the Houday Nation. And Jamie, you're the man. Thanks for hopping on, bro. And we got 2 drafts tomorrow, a morning draft and an evening draft. Get on Patreon so you guys could go jump in those drafts. That's they go down at 1 p.m. Eastern and 9 p.m. Eastern. All right, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out, everybody.
Defense on me.
I don't want them to gain another yard.
You blitz all night. If they cross the line of scrimmage, I'm going to take every last one of you out. You make sure they remember forever the night they played the Titans.
Here comes the, 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 y'all don't really want it now.